Welcome, Lemurs fans. James Nasser here with you on the Lemurs pregame show. I'll be joined in a few moments by my counterpart, Warren Shore. We are in Game 5 of the season, and it's the first game of the series with the Winnipeg Goldeyes. The Goldeyes have come all the way from Canada to come play the Laredo Lemurs. Well, they've made their way down, just like Fargo did, playing some preseason games, and they opened their season over with Joplin. They're in Joplin, Missouri, and now they're here in Laredo to take on the Lemurs. Let's take a quick look at who you got starting tonight. Your starting pitchers for the Lemurs, they'll be throwing Troy Marks, the right-hander. Marks, 6'5", 210 pounds last year, went 2-1 with a 3.10 earned run average in 26 games, 7 of them starts. He was in the Arizona Diamondbacks organization, and he actually played in every single level of their system, but he kind of did it in a backwards fashion. He started in AAA, and they ended the season in short season, so kind of went backwards going from high to low. But he did not make the big leagues at all last year, but he did play every level of their minor league system. He was undrafted out of the University of Nevada, Reno, and spent the 2014 season playing independent ball with Vallejo and Washington, the Washington Wild Things team where Matt Sergei was. So a couple of guys who know each other from their time there in the Frontier League. But he did pitch last year, and he ended the year, like I said, in short season with the Hillsboro Hops. Let's take a look at the starter for the Winnipeg Goldeyes today. They'll be throwing a lefty, Kyle Anderson. He's making his regular season debut here against the Laredo Lemurs. Anderson is in his third year with the Goldeyes. He was 5-6 with a 4.77 earned run average over 18 starts for the Goldeyes last year in 2015. He allowed 3 or fewer earned runs in 13 of his 18 starts and finished the season in his final 9 games with a 4-1 record and a 3.22 ERA. So he was much better over his last 9 starts than he was the rest of the season combined. In fact, in 2014, he first joined the Goldeyes then and posted a 1.64 ERA before going to the Arizona Diamondbacks to finish the season in their minor league system. He was up to Double-A with Arizona that summer. That's Mobile, in Mobile, Alabama, the Bay Bears. And his ERA before, when he got purchased by the Diamondbacks, his ERA was leading the American Association at that time. He is, like I said, making his first start of the season, but he did pitch in relief in one of their spring training games against Wichita. He got a win in relief against Wichita in the spring training game, throwing 3 innings and allowing 1 unearned run. So that's your starting pitching matchup. You have Troy Marks making his debut with the Lemurs, and as well as the American Association debut against Kyle Anderson, who is he's been a steady face in the American Association in the last few years, especially there with Winnipeg. So a pretty good starter there with Anderson. We have yet to see Marks pitch here, so I'm excited to see what Troy Marks can bring to the table. Put up good numbers last year throughout the system there with the Diamondbacks. Last night, the Lemurs won last night in an exciting fashion, 6-3 against the Fargo Moorhead Redhawks. They ended up taking a draw in that series, 2 games apiece. So Laredo 2-2 right now. As we look at the standings, they are tied with 2 other teams in the South Division for the lead. Those teams being the Texas Airhogs and Joplin Blasters. The Wichita Wingnuts lost last night. I was mistaken earlier in the day. I thought they had won last night. So Wingnuts now 1-3 on the season. They're in last place, but Texas, Joplin, and Laredo all 2-2 in the South Division. In the Central, they're led by the Lincoln Salt Dogs. The Salt Dogs 3-1. Lead the division by a game above the Kansas City T-Bones, who are 2-2. They split their series with the Texas Airhogs. Airhogs are making their debut in Grand Prairie tonight, their home debut. Gary South Shore Railcats and the Sioux City Explorers are both 0-4 as they sit in the cellar there in the Central Division. In the North, where the Winnipeg Goldeyes are, well, the Goldeyes are tied for last/third out of the 4 teams. Fargo, Moorhead, and Winnipeg are both 2-2. So Winnipeg split their series with Joplin before coming here to face off against the Lemurs. And they trail both Fargo and Winnipeg trail Sioux Falls and St. Paul, both of which are undefeated. So that North Division, you have the Canaries and the Saints both 4-0, and the Redhawks and Goldeyes 2-2. So a pair of 2-2 teams going at it here today to open up the series. A 3-game series, so we will have a series winner, that's for sure. We didn't have a series winner with that 4-gamer against Fargo. It was that 2-2 split, so someone's going to win the series here between the Goldeyes and the Lemurs. It's the only time we play the Goldeyes. We don't go up to Canada this year unless we were to face them in the championship round, so same kind of situation with Fargo. The only time we play the Fargo Moorhead Redhawks was this past series, so don't get to see them again this season, or at least we're not scheduled to. We'll be back. We'll have the I'll actually have an interview with Drew Martinez when we come back. Talked to him earlier. He's one of the hottest hitters right now in the Lemurs lineup.
Getting hungry? Popeyes always hits the spot. Make sure to stop by any Popeyes location to try out Popeyes' new Smoky Garlic Chili Chicken Dinner. It includes 4 smoky garlic chicken tenderloins served with Popeyes' new garlic herb dipping sauce, your choice of a signature side, and a buttermilk biscuit for just $4.99. Promotion starts Monday, May 25th.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors for your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, number 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. This medicine clinic offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time.
Uni-Trade.
Welcome back to the Laredo Lemurs pregame show. I'm joined by Drew Martinez, Lemurs center fielder. Drew last year came over with a couple of guys in that trade with Gary right there towards the end of the year with just 20 games left, and really was a big help in the Lemurs winning the championship. Drew, take me through kind of your mindset in the trade. We talked to J.D. Pulfer earlier, who you came over with, and he said he had kind of heard about the trade rumors, but he said you were kind of taken by surprise a bit.
Yeah, I was. I wasn't sure what to think. I didn't know what he could do. He was talking about trading us, and after a certain point, it didn't happen. We were on the road, and when he called us both in at the same time, told us he was trading us to Laredo, we both kind of like, we've never been there, we don't know what to expect, but we knew they were in the playoff hunt, and that was exciting. And anytime to have a chance to win a championship, a chance to be in the playoffs, it's kind of exciting.
It seemed to work out for you. You got a ring last year.
Yeah, it was exciting. We had a good team. We were very solid, top to bottom. Pitching, was our backbone. But we were lucky to put together a few runs, and it was, like I said, it was a blast for that month and a half I was here. It was consistent fun. Especially playing for a team that wins and has the veteran leadership and stuff like that. It made it easy to play, and it made it easy to hit. And especially with the pitching staff like we had. We didn't worry so much about how many runs we scored. We knew they'd keep them under whatever we had.
Yeah, pitching staff. It's looking pretty good this year too. Started out, they've got a really good job right now in the rotation and in the bullpen. I think the bullpen's thrown some like 20 innings and given up just 3 runs so far. But you've been off to a pretty hot start. You've got a hit in every single ball game as the offense has kind of been sluggish. You and Ty Morrison seem to be leading the team right now at the plate. What's kind of been, I guess, what has helped you in the early goings this season with your approach at the plate?
Really, just talking with Incavilia and Mike, just trying to be as low as possible. That's the big thing. Ingy kind of gave me a little hitch to kind of help me get going, and something clicked, and I've been getting a few things go my way, and that's baseball. Right now I'm hot. Next week I could be struggling. It's baseball. I just take it as it is and go by day and hope I can do whatever I can to help my team win.
Seemed like last night the team started just to hit really well, had 14 hits in the ball game, their highest total of the season. Was that more the pitching on the other team's part, or were guys just seeing the ball a lot better last night than they had been the rest of the season?
It wasn't the other team. Fargo's got great pitching staff. They're going to be one of the better pitching staffs in our division, or not division, in our whole league, I feel like. But for us, I think it was more of, we have to get our timing down. We know it's going to come around sooner or later. It was nice to see that. Nice to see we can do that, but we've got to be consistent with it. And, we know every night's going to be a grind, and it's no exception with tonight with Winnipeg either. So we have to be ready to go and bring our game.
All right, thanks for joining us, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que por fin compraste carro nuevo? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? ¿Que hoy empieza tu fin de semana? ¿O que hoy se acaba tu novela y mañana empieza otra? La respuesta es la misma, pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres, pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. El carnesazo de H-E-B es una pachanga de sabor. Solo tienes que invitar a los compadres, prender la parrillita, ponerle unas fajitas, costillitas, chuletitas, salchichitas y, ¿por qué no?, hasta un pollo mariposita. Y que no se te olvide la musiquita y hasta una buena bailadita para un gran carnesazo. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo, carne asada con ganas, solo en H-E-B.
Welcome back to the Lemurs pregame show. Hey, Warren, we had a bunch of games yesterday and some games today. What's going on over in the All-American Association?
We did yesterday. The Texas Airhogs improved to 2-2. They defeated the Kansas City T-Bones 6-3. Winning pitcher was Palmer Betts. The loser, Jeremy Strawn. And getting the save was Alan Oakes. In Wichita, the Lincoln Salt Dogs won 9-6 over the Wingnuts, who these Lemurs will travel to over the weekend, or be part of the next road trip. The winning pitcher in that one was Bennett Perry. The loser, Eddie Medina. And the save was Jeff McKenzie. Joplin was victorious over the Winnipeg Goldeyes 10-5. The winner was Josu Montez, and the loser, Edwin Carl. In Sioux Falls, the Sioux Falls Canaries defeated the Sioux City Explorers, and Josh Farrell got the win. The loss went to Trevor Bayless. And in St. Paul won 10-5. They defeated the Gary South Shore Railcats. Winning was John Straka, and the loser was Travis Miggy. Tonight, around the American Association, Sioux City has their opener as they host Gary South Shore Railcats. All these first pitches are at 7:05. Fargo is in Grand Prairie to face the Texas Airhogs. Lincoln travels to Kansas City. St. Paul travels to Sioux Falls, and right here, Winnipeg is here to take on the Lemurs. That's your scoreboard update. We'll be back with more pregame show after this.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Before your Memorial Day party gets going, drive over to Ashley Furniture Home Store this week for our best Memorial Day sale ever. Get dramatic price reduction store-wide or no interest until January 2021. Choose from sofas and sectionals, all at unbelievably low prices. Plus, find savings on beds and amazing deals on dining rooms. It's our best Memorial Day sale ever, so don't wait. Hurry over to Ashley Furniture Home Store right now. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. 4520 San Bernardo Avenue, Laredo, Texas. 956-712-2401. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Welcome back to Laredo Lemurs Baseball. James Nasser here with you. Let's take a quick look at your starting lineups here tonight for the visiting Winnipeg Goldeyes. They'll be led off by Michael Gonzalez. He's playing shortstop. Adam Heisler's batting second. He's out in left field. In center field, batting third, Reggie Abercrombie. Batting cleanup for Winnipeg is Jacob Rogers. He's at first base. David Rome is batting fifth. He's a designated hitter. Josh Romansky is in right field. He's batting sixth. At second base, batting seventh is Cassio Greider. Wes Darville, he's at the hot corner, batting eighth. And batting ninth behind the plate doing the catching is Tanner Murphy. On the hill for the Winnipeg Goldeyes is righty Kyle Anderson. Again, that's Michael Gonzalez, Adam Heisler, Reggie Abercrombie, Jacob Rogers, David Rome, Josh Romansky, Cassio Greider, Wes Darville, and Tanner Murphy. For the Lemurs, they'll be led off by Ty Morrison in left field. J.D. Pulfer bats second at short. In center field, batting third is Drew Martinez. Travis Dankers at third base. He's batting fourth. Abel Nieves is batting fifth. He's over at first. The designated hitter and sixth-spot batter is Alex Nunez. Matt Coach is back behind the dish tonight after getting the night off last night, and he's batting seventh. Reggie Wilson, he's batting eighth. He's over in right field again. And Cesar Valera, getting his second start of the season, is batting ninth and at second base. Troy Marks, the right-hander, on the mound for your Laredo Lemurs. Again, that's Ty Morrison, J.D. Pulfer, Drew Martinez, Travis Danker, Abel Nieves, Alex Nunez, Matt Coach, Reggie Wilson, and Cesar Valera. And we've got your national anthem here for you right now. All right, we're about to set to play ball here in Laredo. Troy Marks on the mound, getting loose as he's ready to face off against this Winnipeg Goldeyes lineup. Out there defensively for the Lemurs. Marks on the hill behind the plate. Matt Coach, your infield. Third base, Travis Danker. At shortstop, J.D. Pulfer. Cesar Valera is at second, and Abel Nieves is at first. The outfield left to right. You have Ty Morrison in left field. Over in center field, Drew Martinez. And Reggie Wilson is manning right field. Troy Marks on the mound. Last season, as I mentioned in the pregame, he was 2-1 with a 3.10 ERA, 26 appearances, 7 of them starts. That was all with the affiliate teams of the Arizona Diamondbacks. And when I say the affiliate teams, I mean all of the affiliations. He pitched at every level last year with the Arizona Diamondbacks organization. And he is here with Laredo this season. Just 1 year in affiliated ball. That was last season. Before that, he pitched in the Pacific Association and in the Frontier League with the Washington Wild Things. So he was a teammate for at least part of a season there with current Lemur starter Matt Sergey. So I'm sure the two of them have some history there with the Washington Wild Things. Now they're back here both in Laredo. So Mark's warming up with Matt Coach back behind the dish. He got the night off last night, and Jesus Poso got the start. Your umpires for tonight's ballgame, well, it's the same crew we had for the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks series. So it's Sean Cassidy behind the plate tonight. Matt Herrera's over at third base. And at first base, David Mayberry. So that same crew that we have had for the first 4 games of the season, we'll have for the last 3 games of this homestand. So all 7 games, same crew. Michael Gonzalez leads off the inning for the Winnipeg Goldeyes. Gonzalez, the shortstop for Winnipeg. Right-handed hitter. On the year so far, Gonzalez batting just .125. He has started all 4 games. He has 3 runs, 2 hits. Both those hits are doubles. He has struck out 3 times as well and 2 walks. The wind and the pitch from Marks up high for ball 1. First pitch at 7:09. So same start time as we had yesterday. 7:09. 1-0 the count. Here comes the pitch to Gonzalez. He'll take it for a strike this time. Count now 1 ball and 1 strike. The Goldeyes, they just spent a series in Joplin playing 4 games. They won the first 2 and then dropped the second 2. And boy, it was kind of a tale of 2 different teams. The pitch on the inside corner, Gonzalez backed off the plate, but it's called a strike 1 and 2. They won game 1 by a score of 8-1, then won game 2 4-3 in 11 innings before losing game 5 by 1 run and then losing game 3 by 1 run and then losing game 4 as that pitch grounded back towards the middle, gets under Mark's glove, but over at second, right to the right of the bag is Valera, and he has the ball for the out, 4-3 on the putout, just barely beating the Speedy Gonzalez. Oh, see what I did there? A little Speedy Gonzalez. My partner Warren Shore had one of those references in the
I said
preseason.
That, taking my line.
It wasn't even – it was unintentional. There was no pun intended
Gonzalez
on that.
did make it closer than you would think on a average routine ball to second base.
Gonzalez can fly. I saw him play last year with Joplin, and he can certainly get down the baseline. And he's a threat to get on every time. To the plate, Adam Heisler. Heisler, the left fielder for the Winnipeg Goldeyes. He digs in, left-handed batter, pitch low for a ball, 1-0 the count. And take a look at the roster just to make sure he was, in fact, a left-handed batter, not a switch hitter. No switch hitters for this Goldeyes team. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Heisler taking for a called strike. Count now 1 ball and 1 strike. Heisler on the season batting .286 through 4 games. He has 4 hits, 4 runs scored also. 2 RBIs on the season. 4 walks along with 3 strikeouts. Pitch low for a ball, and the count 2 balls and 1 strike. So he's been getting on base a lot for this Goldeyes team and been scoring when he does get on. With those 4 runs scored with an on-base percentage of .444. The wind and the 2-1 pitch from Troy Marks. Pitch a little bit high, and it's now 3 balls and 1 strike. We got a little scoreboard on there for you. We before just had it on the loop that we go to when we go to ads, but now we have it on there for you with the action. Pitch on the inside corner at the knees, called a strike. As Heisler jumped off the plate a bit, but it's called anyways. Winnipeg going with their red jerseys today. Trying to make out what it says on the jerseys. I think it says Winnipeg across the chest in navy blue. There's a swing and a fly ball hit to the left side, but foul and out of play. Keep forgetting to get a pair of binoculars. I'll definitely need those when we go on the road. Count still 3 balls, 2 strikes. No one on, 1 out. We're in the top of the first of a scoreless ball game between the Lemurs and the Goldeyes. Gray pants for the Goldeyes. Here comes the 3-2 pitch again, and that just missed somewhere. I am not sure where, but it's ball 4. That looked mighty good from up here. That's for sure. Reggie Abercrombie to the plate now. Reggie Abercrombie, right-handed batter. He's been around a while. Actually has played in the big leagues, but last time, or when he broke into the big leagues, that was 10 years ago in 2006. Pitch called a strike, 0-1. He played 06, 07, and 08, parts of each of those seasons in the big leagues. 0-1 the count to him. Abercrombie batting .333 through 4 games. That's good for a 5 for 15 batting average, 5 runs scored on the year for Abercrombie. There comes the pitch. Abercrombie swinging and missing, 0-2. Goes along with his 1 home run and 5 runs batted in. So he's been pretty effective this year at the plate in the early goings of scoring and driving in runs. Right-handed batter, like I said, big league experience, a total of 180 games in the big leagues, where he hit a total of 223 with 9 home runs and 34 runs batted in. The 0-2 pitch swung on and lifted high in the air into left center, shallow. Coming in is Martinez. He'll have to get on his horse real quick and make the catch at the last second, and that is out number 2. Wind is blowing kind of across the field right to left, kind of out to the left field corner. To the plate, Jacob Rogers. Rogers, right now, he's up there in total bases in the league. 13 total bases. The league leader is Michael Herr with 15. It's because he's got a couple doubles and a couple home runs to his credit so far this season. Rogers batting .333, 5 for 15, 3 runs scored, 2 home runs, 4 runs batted in. He also has a walk and 5 strikeouts. Left-handed batter against the right-handed pitcher. Wind's kind of coming into the booth, shaking some of the ceiling tiles above me. Probably can't hear that. Over at first base, Adam Heisler getting his lead. He's still over there. Now he's off and moving with the pitch. It's low. The throw from Coach is not quite in time, as there's a stolen bag by Heisler. Count 1-0 to Rogers. Now the wind shifting a little, blowing a little bit more out to left. When it's blowing out to left, straight out, we don't get too much wind into the booth with the windows open, but when it's kind of coming in at that angle, it does come inside and rattle those ceiling tiles. My counterpart, Warren Shore, keeps looking back. He hears them rattling, and he keeps turning around. Now the booth isn't haunted. There's a little bit of a mound visit. Matt Coach and Abel Nieves going out talking to.
It's like the ninth wonder of the world, seeing the ceiling tiles go crazy with the wind.
I've been in these booths before, and the tiles actually have fallen out and landed on the ground inside the booth. It's pretty interesting. Little break. 1-0 the count to Rogers. Runner on second base. 2 outs on the inning. Still a scoreless ball game. Top of the first. Goldeyes and Lemurs. Marks looking back at second. Now he delivers plateward. Swing and a miss by Rogers on the off-speed stuff. Couldn't find it. Count now 1-1. So Rogers at the plate. Left-handed batter. This is the first start for Troy Marks today in this season. The pitch, Rogers swing, chops it high and foul. It's like a big old hop off the plate going down the first baseline. Rogers, who was formerly in the Cubs organization as recently as last season. In fact, he's won a championship each of the last 2 seasons in the Cubs organization. 2014 with Low A in the Midwest League with Kane County, the Kane County Cougars, and in 2015, High A Carolina League with the Myrtle Beach Pelicans. He's led his league in fielding percentage among first basemen each of the last 3 seasons and has a career of .989 fielding percentage at the position. Pitched low for a ball. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Rogers, as Heisler is still over there on second base. Last year he played at AA Tennessee as well as at High A Myrtle Beach. 106 games with Myrtle Beach, just 23 with Tennessee, the Smokies. He had a .249 batting average with Myrtle Beach and a .247 average with Tennessee, so just about the same with each club. Combined 13 home runs. There's a swing and a ball hit deep into left center. Running back is Morrison and Martinez, and boy, Rogers got a lot of that, and the wind helped push it the extra feet that it needed. It'll get out of here. A 2-out, 2-run home run for Jacob Rogers, and it's now a 2-0 ball game. Boy, off the bat, I didn't think he had gotten much of it. But, Warren, there you go. You get to witness the wind-aided home runs here in this ballpark.
Yeah, that looked like just a lazy fly ball to left center that Martinez was going to run down, and next thing you know, it's on the grass out there. This ballpark reminds me a lot like where I at Texas State's ballpark when the wind, left center, just everything carried. The wind was blowing out all the time, and that's exactly like the home run it was.
First pitch called a strike to the next batter, David Rome, the DH. Rome spelled R-O-H-M. Yes, it's ball will fly out of here. And you could tell in my voice after it was hit, I thought it was going to be the third out. I was like, fly ball on the left, and I looked at the outfielders, and they were going and going, and I thought, oh, man, the wind's blowing out today. Pitch high for a ball, 1 strike to Rome. David Rome on the year is leading the team in batting average right now with a .429 average. He has 3 RBIs, no home runs. He has 6 hits, 6 for 14, but just 2 runs scored. He fouled that last pitch away. Count 1-2. So 2-0 the score after the 2-run home run. With that wind just tearing at those flags out there, lifting some of them even upwards. That's blowing pretty strong tonight. The pitch taken for a called strike 3, and Rome goes down looking, but not before a 2-run shot makes this a 2-0 ball game. Winnipeg leading Laredo. We go to the bottom of the first here in Laredo. Lemurs to the plate for the first time tonight.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas, as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today. Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts: personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit hot dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito hamburger and Cabrito hot dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1919. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
Warming up here for the bottom of the first inning is Kyle Anderson, the starter for the Winnipeg Goldeyes. He has a 2-run lead right now, thanks to his offense coming up with a big 2-out home run. A 2-run home run off the bat of Jacob Rogers, his 3rd home run of the season already. So 5 games in, not even a full 5. He's already got 3 home runs, so he's off to a hot start. Ty Morrison, speaking of hot starts, as he leads off the inning, he's been off to a hot start for the Lemurs here this season. Morrison leading the team in batting average. He's hitting .474 right now. It's good for 9 for 19. 2 RBIs, no home runs. Left-handed batter against the righty in Kyle Anderson. Morrison squares around a bunt. It'll go off the catcher, and it's foul, 0-1. It's straight back. Your defensive alignment, you have Anderson on the mound, and behind the plate, Tanner Murphy. Over at third base is Wes Darville. Over at short, Michael Gonzalez, the second baseman, Cassio Greider, and at first, the man with the home run, Jacob Rogers. The outfield, Adam Heisler, as the 0-1 is taken high for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outfield left to right, Adam Heisler, Reggie Abercrombie, and Josh Romanski. There comes the 1-1 pitch. Morrison swings and lines it towards short. Diving was Gonzalez, but it'll get past him and into left. Heisler will field it, and pulling up over there at first is Morrison. And boy, he continues to stay hot. Leadoff single here yesterday. Morrison had 4 hits in the ball game, and he had 3 at-bats. His first 3 at-bats, he had singles. All 4 hits were singles, but he hit in each of his first 3 at-bats. To the plate, J.D. Pulfer. Pulfer, who is in a bit of a slump here to start the season. He had a big double in the first game, driving in a couple runs, but since that first game, he has struggled a little bit. Hopefully he'll be getting back on track here this evening against this Winnipeg Goldeyes team. Lefty on the hill and Anderson. He comes set and fires plateward. Called a ball inside, 1-0. Anderson, the lefty, against the righty, and J.D. Pulfer. Pulfer on the year, batting .056 right now. Just that 1 hit. It was a double, a run scored. There's a pickoff move to first. Morrison back in time, though. 2 walks on the season for Pulfer, as well as 5 strikeouts. Pulfer, who's had an excellent career with Gary and Laredo last year, hoping to get back on track here. Another move to first and Morrison back standing. Lemurs trying to build off of last night. They had 14 hits in the ball game last night. Morrison getting a lead. He got faked out there by the pitcher. As he fires plateward, it's fouled away. But Morrison had a little half step back to the bag at first as Anderson lifted the leg, and he kind of had a little pause and went plateward. Count 1-1 to Pulfer. Already a couple of throwovers to first. Morrison getting a bigger lead now. And there's a move as Morrison did a little juke move, getting Anderson to go his way. Morrison throwing in some football skills there. Count still 1-1 to Pulfer. 2-0 the score. Goldeyes leading the Lemurs. We're in the bottom of the first, no outs. Pitch, Pulfer swings and hits one into shallow center. Coming in is Abercrombie. He'll make the catch for out number 1. That sounded like kind of hit off the handle a little bit, or the lower portion of the barrel, not quite getting solid contact there by Pulfer. Drew Martinez to the plate, center fielder for the Lemurs. Heard from him in the pregame show. A little interview with Drew. He's on fire as well to start the season. He is second on the team in batting average, right behind Morrison. Morrison, who's batting .474. Martinez at .389. He's walked 3 times. He has 4 strikeouts, but he has 7 hits, 7 for 18 on the year. There's another throw over to first, and Morrison back in time. Drew Martinez also with a double, an RBI. No home runs on the season. Lefty-lefty matchup again here. So the 2 hottest hitters are both lefties, and they're both having to go against a lefty. Runner moving on the pitch. The throw down to second, not in time, as Morrison was there in plenty of time. He got a great jump on Anderson. In fact, I thought Anderson might have a chance to make a move there, but Anderson, I guess, was already decided in his mind he was going plateward and couldn't react well enough to get Morrison. Either that or Morrison really had a read on Anderson's move and knew what his move was. But he comes up with a swiped bag and a runner now standing at second base in scoring position. Count 0-1 to Martinez. That pitch was a strike. There's another called strike, and it's 0-2. Martinez last night also had a pretty solid ball game at the plate. 2 singles and 2 walks. In fact, he reached his first 4 times up. He grounded out in the 8th inning, and he scored 1 run. Morrison standing at second base, 1 out on the inning. Lemurs trailing 2-0. There's a move to second, and Morrison just got gunned down, picked off at second base, as coming in behind him was Michael Gonzalez from short. And that was a nice move there by Anderson. Boy, usually you get the pickoff move by the lefty over at first base, and you don't. And that's where you worry about the pickoff, but they got him there at second base. Morrison with that big lead didn't notice Gonzalez coming in behind him. So just like that, there's 2 outs on the inning after that pickoff. Pitch will miss for a ball. 1-2, the count to Martinez. Boy, wind really blowing tonight. Those flags, the Texas flag is pulling the pole with it a little bit. 1-2 pitch in the dirt, and Martinez lays off of it. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's one of those typical nights in Laredo. We had some atypical nights to start the season in that first series, but this is what you can expect. Usually the 2-2 pitch swung on, grounded right side, right at the second baseman, Cassio Grider. He'll sidearm to first, and that'll end the inning. So a leadoff single is all the Lemurs get. In fact, Morrison was picked off at second base. We go to the top of the second, 2-0 the score. Lemurs trailing the Goldeyes.
Chop House Cheddar Burger is back at Whataburger.
First of all, you start with a large bun, 2 patties, shredded cheddar cheese,
The creamy sauce.
creamy steak sauce. My personal favorite part is the onions, the grilled onions and bacon.
Grilled perfection.
It's good stuff. Love it. You take a bite. It's hard to describe. It's hard to put into words. The Chop House Cheddar Burger.
Chop House Cheddar Burger. It's back.
I don't have anything else to compare it to. It's the best out there, I think. The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back.
Only at Whataburger and only for a limited time.
Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors for your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, number 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. This medicine clinic offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time.
Top of the second inning, Lemurs trailing the Goldeyes here early. Goldeyes with a 2-run home run off the bat of Jacob Rogers to start off but start off kind of the ball game a little bit, first inning. But it was 2 outs on the inning at the time of the home run. To the plate, it'll be Josh Romanski, followed by Cassio Greider and Wes Darville. Romanski a lefty against the right-hander in Marks. Pitch low for a ball, 1-0 the count. Troy Marks, 6'5", 210 pounds, listed as a rookie. 1-0 the count. Pitch on the inner half of the plate, 1-1, called a strike. Romanski this season, I'm trying to find his numbers. I'm not seeing them here. Is he making his first start of the season? I think he might be. Lefty batter, the pitch, 1-1. Saw him play last year. A little surprising that he's not been in the lineup more. Yeah, he hasn't played yet this season. He did play with Gary in 2014. An independent ball, the pitch. Romanski swinging and fouling it away. Out of play, count 2-2. He's a converted pitcher who hit .311 for Gary in 2014 during his first full season as a position player at the professional level. Pitch inside for a ball, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Maybe I haven't seen Romanski. No, I guess I haven't. Oh, yes, I have. I know where I've seen him. Here comes the pitch to Romanski. Pitch low for ball 4. He'll take his base. I saw him a couple years ago in the Southern League, back when I was an intern. I knew his name sounded familiar, because I haven't seen Gary play yet. I've been in the league for 3 years, and I've yet to see Gary play somehow. The American Association, we will see them this season, though. We'll play the Gary South Shore Railcats later in the year, in July, late July. Cassio Greider to the plate. So Romanski in his first plate appearance walks as he leads off the inning here in the top of the second. There's a throw over, and Romanski diving back into the bag. So Romanski, just in his second year as a professional hitter, he did not play anywhere in 2015. I'm sorry, he did play. He played in the Japanese Industrial League for Mitsubishi. So over in Japan, sometimes some of those Japanese leagues don't come around on Baseball Reference. Pitch called a strike, 0-1. They have a lot of different leagues over there in Japan. They have their Japanese major leagues, and they have a AAA level of sorts, from what I understand. And then they also have a few independent leagues, which are a little bit lower, in Japan. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Greider. He'll swing and line it to right. That'll be a base hit. Wilson trying to cut it off. He does so. Romanski will pull up at second as the throw comes in low to Valera at second, and it'll actually get past him, and Pulfer will pick it up. So Greider with a single. Romanski goes up to second base, and Wes Darville to the plate. Romanski, though, as a pitcher, I mean, he wasn't half bad. 19-15 in 4 seasons in the minors in affiliated ball, with an ERA of 3.63. He had some pretty solid seasons in there, but decided to switch it up and become a hitter. And Travis Danker's going to go have a talk with his pitcher, Troy Marks. Danker coming over from third base to join Marks on the hill. Now he'll head back over to third, discussing the strategy here with Wes Darville, the third baseman, at the plate. Darville batting .286, 4 games played for him, so he's started every game this season for the Winnipeg Goldeyes. Corners are in, expecting a bunt here from Darville. Here comes the pitch, and not a pitch, a lift of the leg and a turn towards second. No throw, though, to the bag, as Marks made a move towards Romanski there. But Darville, like I said, batting .286. He has a run scored, 2 RBIs, and no home runs on the year. Runners on first and second. No outs on the inning. Romanski at second. Greider at first. The pitch taken for a called strike, 0-1. So not showing any bunt there was Darville. They do have a 2-0 lead, do the Goldeyes, and sometimes when you have a lead by a couple of runs, you don't always play that small ball, bunt them over. You just get up there and swing. So we'll see if that's the strategy the Goldeyes employ, or if they do want to try and push the runners over a bag. 0-1 the count to Darville. Mark sets. He lifts the leg. Here comes the pitch. Darville swinging. He grounds it right side to Nieves. He's going to go to second for 1 and over to first where Marks is covering, and it's not in time on the relay from Pulfer. But get the runner at second, so it'll be runners on the corners as Darville reaches on a fielder's choice. It'll be 3-6, the put out of Greider for out number 1. Tanner Murphy to the plate, catcher for the Goldeyes. Murphy in his 7th season of professional ball, but he still is retaining his rookie classification in the American Association. Well, that's tough to do, having played that much pro ball and still be classified as a rookie. Only certain levels count when it comes to affiliated ball. I'm not sure that rookie ball does count towards you. You have to have a certain amount of at-bats. He's got a bunch of years at rookie ball in the Orioles system. Pitched low for a ball, 1-0 to Murphy. Murphy on the year has started 2 games. He's played in 3. He's had 5 at-bats, 1 for 5, good for a .200 batting average, 1 RBI, and 1 home run. Lefty batter against the righty pitcher. At first base, you have Darville. At third, Romanski. 2-0 the score. Goldeyes leading the Lemurs here in the top of the second. Here comes the pitch from Marks. A swing and a miss by Murphy. Count 1-1 now. But Murphy last year played with the Delmarva Shorebirds in the South Atlantic League, member of the Baltimore Orioles organization. Pretty solid behind the plate. 25% career caught stealing percentage as a catcher. Not as a base stealer. The pitch inside for a ball, and it's 2 balls and a strike. He has a he had a .222 batting average last year. He's a career .229 hitter. He's only played in 110 games in his 7 years, or in his 6 years. This is his 7th year. So had 3 games onto there, so 113. So primarily, I think the backup catcher in the Orioles minor league system, or a backup catcher, wherever he's been. Marks sets on the hill. Fires plateward. Swung on and lifted to the left field, down the line, slicing foul, and it's out of play. Count now 2 balls, 2 strikes to Tanner Murphy. Murphy was acquired by the Salt Dogs on May 12th. Claimed off by the not Salt Dogs, the Goldeyes from the Salt Dogs. He was picked up off of waivers after Lincoln released him. 2-2 the count here. Marks peering in for the sign from his catcher, Matt Coach. Runners getting their leads over at the corners. Marks sets on the hill at the chest. Runner from first is moving. Pitch is swung on and foul back to the screen. Count stays 2-2. Troy Marks went to college, a couple different places, Fresno City College in Fresno, California, and University of Nevada, Reno in Reno, Nevada. 26 years of age is Marks. Started his pro career in 2014 with Vallejo and Washington in the Frontier League. Had a pretty solid year there with both those squads. There's a throw to first. Diving back in at the bag is Darville. With Vallejo, he went 3-1 with a 2.57 ERA in 6 appearances, 5 starts. And then with Washington, even better numbers, 5-1 with a 2.45 ERA in 8 appearances, all starts. So overall, in his first year of pro ball in independent ball, 8-2 with a 2.83 or 2.50 ERA. There's this, keep getting distracted by these ERA and then R average, run average, which is very similar to earned run average. So it's a similar stat. It's just not, it's all runs, not just earned runs. But 14 games that year in 2014, 13 of them were starts. Marks peering in. Count 2-2 to Tanner Murphy. 1 out still on the inning. Lemurs hoping for a double play ball to get out of the inning. Here comes the pitch. Runner is moving. A swing and a miss. And the runner from first, Darville, will be safe at second as the throw is not in time. I say a swing and a miss. It was a attempted check swing, but he clearly went through the zone to Tanner Murphy. And there's strike 3. Out number 2. Well, you'll take that. Even though the runner got to second, there's now 2 outs on the inning. So you just got to get the next hitter, and that's Michael Gonzalez. So that's sometimes easier said than done, especially with a guy of Michael Gonzalez's skills. Gonzalez, who I referenced earlier, was in Joplin last season, played in 98 games for the Blasters and hit .305. He also had 46 stolen bases and just caught stealing 7 times. So Gonzalez, a speedster out there. He was wreaking havoc on the American Association on the base paths last season. Pitch called a strike to Gonzalez, 0-1. But Gonzalez coming over to Winnipeg from Joplin. He has played with a bunch of American Association teams, 4 of them including El Paso, Lincoln, Joplin, and now with Winnipeg. Those 46 steals good for best in the American Association last season. The swing and a pop-up on the infield. Left side, Danker trying to track it. He'll give way to Pulfer as he comes in behind him and makes the catch. That's out number 3 here in the second. So Marks works around the leadoff walk followed by a single. And it gets a shutout second inning. We go to the bottom half of the inning. Still 2-0, Winnipeg leading Laredo.
There's a reason why Popeyes creates some of the best tasting chicken in the world. We were born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the land of good fun and great cooking. Spicy flavor is a way of life in New Orleans, and everything we make reflects it. From our Popeyes bona fide chicken and handcrafted tenders to our home-style mashed potatoes with Cajun gravy and our soft buttery biscuits, everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes. There's a reason why Popeyes creates some of the best tasting chicken in the world. We were born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the land of good fun and great cooking. Spicy flavor is a way of life in New Orleans, and everything we make reflects it. From our Popeyes bona fide chicken and handcrafted tenders to our home-style mashed potatoes with Cajun gravy and our soft buttery biscuits, everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes. Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Travis Danker leads off the inning for the Lemurs, right-handed hitter against the lefty and Kyle Anderson. Anderson on the hill. He had a pretty solid first inning. He did give up a leadoff single to Morrison, but he ended up picking Morrison off at second base. Here comes the first pitch to Danker, and he is taking for a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. Danker on the year batting .286, no home runs, 3 runs batted in. Yesterday, Danker had himself a pretty solid ball game. He had 2 RBIs, and he swings and hits one in the air into left center, pretty deep. Abercrombie's going to run back, and just in front of the warning track, make the catch. If he had pulled it a little bit more, that ball might have gotten out, but he hit it towards one of the deeper parts of the ballpark. It's a fly out to center, out number 1. Yeah, Danker yesterday had a single and a double, 2 RBIs. He also grounded into 2 double plays. Abel Nieves to the plate, right-handed batter. In his third game with the Lemurs. So far batting .222, no homers, no RBIs. Yesterday, though, he did have a single. He's now hitting back-to-back games. 1 for 4 in the game. Here comes the pitch from the lefty, Anderson, taken up high for a ball, and it's 1-0. 2-0 the score, Winnipeg leading Laredo. Goldeyes scoring in the top of the first inning, a 2-run home run by Jacob Rogers. And that ball hit into the air into center field straight away, and it's caught easily by Abercrombie. He's there plenty of time, and there's 2 away. So 2 flyouts to Abercrombie out there in center. And there's 2 quick outs here in the inning, bottom of the second. Alex Nunez to the plate, the DH. Nunez got a hit yesterday. In fact, he had a couple of hits yesterday. Or just 1 hit and a walk. There we go. Swing and miss the first pitch. 0-1. Sorry, foul away the first pitch, 0-1. Nunez yesterday 1 for 3 with a walk. 2 runs scored. He'll flare that into left, down the line a bit, and it's fair. Nunez is taking a big turn. Went about a third of the way to second before going back to the bag at first. So a 2-out single by Nunez. And he's now hit for the second straight ball game. Nunez went 0 for his first 6 to start off the season. Actually, 0 for his first 7. But he's got a hit now in back-to-back games. And Matt Coach to the plate. Righty against the lefty. Anderson over at first base. Nunez with 2 outs on the inning. Lemurs trailing 2-0 to the Goldeyes. Coach on the year, batting .143, no home runs and an RBI. Pitch called a strike, 0-1. Coach didn't play yesterday. He got a break from doing the catching duties. He was 0 for 5 in the game before. That was on Saturday. 0-1 the count. Here comes the pitch. Coach taking just a little bit outside. Count 1-1. Alex Nunez over at first, getting the lead. Nunez is a guy, he always wants to know everything you know, at least about the numbers and the other team. I've met him a couple times before this season, and he's always asking me what the pitcher they're facing, what his record is, what his ERA is. You know, what other teams' records are, what our record is, how many games are we out of first, or all these kind of questions. 1-1 pitch, taken for a called strike, 1-2. He's one of those guys that he's just got to know. He's a pretty solid ball player, too. Been in professional ball for a long time. Talking about Alex Nunez over at first. Matt Coach, 1-2, the count to him. Here comes the pitch from Anderson. Nunez is off and moving. Pitch is swung on, grounded up the middle. It'll get past the diving Grider, and Nunez is on his way to third. Boy, I thought that was going to be trouble for a second. With Nunez moving, Greider was coming over from his spot at second base towards the bag at second, and that ball was hit just to the right of the bag, but with Greider's momentum taking him towards the bag, it was hit just to his left, and he couldn't put on the brakes and lunge far enough, quick enough to his left to get it in time, as you can see there on the replay. If he had been in his normal position at second base, the ball probably still gets through. The only shot was if he had been moving a step and a half slower, maybe. Reggie Wilson to the plate, runners on the corners. Chance for the Lemurs to put some runs on the board with 2 outs. Over at first base is Matt Coach after the single. Here comes the pitch, and it's a pitch fouled away towards the Lemurs dugout. 0-1 the count to Wilson. So Nunez, because he was moving, was able to go first to third on the play. 0-1 the count here. Wilson batting 188 with no home runs, no RBIs. And, well, as we said, early in the season, batting averages aren't a huge deal. They'll fluctuate a lot for the first couple of weeks, as you don't have many at-bats, and 1 or 2 hits can make a big deal. Well, Wilson, that pitch down and away for a ball, 1-1 the count. Wilson had 2 hits yesterday, and his batting average jumped more than 100 points. I think he was batting somewhere around 083 yesterday, and now he's batting 188 here today, coming into the day. 1-1 the count here to Wilson. The pitch swung on and fouled away. And a couple more hits today would see Wilson back up there probably in the mid, somewhere around 250 or so. Just with my rough guesstimate mathematics, depending on how many at-bats he gets today. 1-2 the count. Nunez getting a big lead off at third. It almost looked like he wanted to steal home. He started getting a little bit of a run down the third baseline. No one holding him on, Darville, and that's why Anderson stepped off the mound to go look back at Nunez. Nunez again getting a big lead there at third base. Pitch called, strike 3. Wilson goes down looking, and the Lemurs strand runners on the corners here in the second. We go to the top of the third, 2-0 Winnipeg on top of Laredo. Goldeyes coming to the plate.
Quench your thirst at a Lemurs game with a beverage from Southern Distributing Company. Try mainstays like Miller Lite, Miller 64, and Coors Original, or reach for a Red's Apple Ale or Leinenkugel. Batch 19's the newcomer, a pre-prohibition beer inspired by the last batches of beer brewed before 1919. Quench your thirst at a Lemurs game with a beverage from Southern Distributing Company. Try mainstays like Miller Lite, Miller 64, and Coors Original, or reach for a Red's Apple Ale or Leinenkugel. Batch 19's the newcomer, a pre-prohibition beer inspired by the last batches of beer brewed before 1919.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas solo en H-E-B.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubba-da, boom, which led to you. Miller Lights, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Top of the third here in Laredo, and to the mic for your play-by-play for the third and fourth innings, Warren Shore.
Thank you, James. I'll try and get us the lead here, as you could not do such things tonight.
Yeah, I failed us. 2-0. We're trailing.
Yes. All the home runs have been when you've been on the mic. So have yet to have a long ball today. Due up 2-3-4 for the Goldeyes. That's going to be Adam Heisler, Reggie Abercrombie, and Jacob Rogers. Heisler scored back in the first. He walked and then stole second. First pitch from Marks. Misses just high on the season, Heisler. Batting .286, 2 RBIs. Scored 4 runs, now 5 runs on the season. As that pitch misses high, 2-0 the count from Troy Marks, making his first start of the season. And the pitch called strike one. Our home plate umpire tonight, Corey Cassidy, has a odd kind of strike call. He just sticks his right arm out. And it's kind of hard from our angle to see as that pitch misses 3-1. It's just a weird, usually you see umpires give like the 1 or the 2 fingers, but he just sticks his arm straight out. No little pointing or anything action. That just misses, I guess, high, and that is a second walk for Heisler in the game as he takes his first base. And this is going to bring up Reggie Abercrombie. He flew out to center in his first at-bat. Reggie Abercrombie, 3rd season with the Goldeyes, 7th in the American Association. And entering the season, he is 2nd all-time in league history with 79 home runs. As Marks comes set. Throw over to first, diving back safely is Heisler. The all-time record is 87, held by John Allen, who played here in Laredo, also with the Fort Worth Cats. Reggie Abercrombie homered on May 19th, the opener of the season, so he's now at 80 home runs, 7 behind Allen for the American Association lead. Another throw over to first. As Mark's really checking on Heisler, who stole a bag from him early on, back in the first inning, and you could tell it's really working here. You can't make a mistake with a pitcher like to a hitter like Abercrombie, who has such power. Marks now comes to the plate, off-speed pitch, fouled off the screen and rattled around in the seats. Abercrombie on the year, batting .333 with that 1 home run, as I mentioned, 5 RBIs. You got to think he's probably going to pass former Lemur John Allen on the home runs record. He's only got 7 more to go. He's probably going to pass him this season. 7 for the tie, 8 for the lead. As Abercrombie again fouls that one off back over the screen, down in the count 0-2. As now Marks comes set. And the 0-2 pitch misses high, fastball. 1-2. As that pitch came in at 79 miles an hour. Marks is going about the next pitch is going to be number 50. And we're only in the top of the 3rd. So the 1-2 hit over to the third baseman. Danker fires over to second, gets the first out, over to first in time. Gets the double play, as that was a bang-bang play at first. And Abercrombie grounds into the 5-4-3 double play. Nice turn by Valera over at second. Had enough speed on the velocity on the throw to get Abercrombie. And I personally thought Abercrombie was going to beat that out, but our umpire didn't think so. I think Abercrombie was shocked. I think most people in the ballpark were shocked that he was called out there, but you know what? Marks will take it. And that brings up Jacob Rogers, who homered to left. Big swing and a miss there on the first pitch fastball. Rogers went opposite field to give the Goldeyes a 2-0 lead. That's Rogers' 3rd home run on the season. He's off to a powerful start. Another big swing and a miss there. And he's down in the count 0-2. And now Marks out of the windup, the 0-2 pitch. Missed barely outside. 1-2 the count. Martinez, a center fielder, shading him towards left. And the 1-2 inside. As Rogers turned away from that pitch to level the count at 2-2. Nobody on. Lemurs trail 2-0. And called time, Rogers. And the pitch. Called strike 3, and Rogers not pleased. He's saying that's the same spot as the last pitch. How can you call this one a strike if you didn't call that one a strike? The minimum, Marks faced the minimum in that inning. We head to the bottom of the third with the Winnipeg Goldeyes leading the Laredo Lemurs 2-0. We'll be back with more Lemurs baseball after this.
Getting hungry? Popeyes always hits the spot. Make sure to stop by any Popeyes location
walk.
to try out Popeyes' new Smoky Garlic Chili Chicken Dinner. It includes 4 smoky garlic chicken tenderloins served with Popeyes' new garlic herb dipping sauce, your choice of a signature side, and a buttermilk biscuit for just $4.99. Promotion starts Monday, May 25th.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors for your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, number 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Medicine Clinic offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time.
Uni-Trade continues.
And we're back here at Uni-Trade Stadium. Lemurs trailed 2-0 here in the bottom of the third. Due up is Cesar Valera, Ty Morrison, and J.D. Pulfer. That's 9-1-2 in the lineup. Valera made his season debut, yesterday. He went 1 for 4 with an RBI hit. First pitch to Valera. Called strike. Special day tomorrow for the Goldeyes pitchers. Kyle Anderson. It is his birthday tomorrow. Anderson turns 26 tomorrow, so on the downside of his 20s, heading towards 30. As Valera grounds one over to the shortstop, Gonzalez throws over to first, and Valera is retired. So Anderson turns 26, and you know he's going to want to get this win here tonight. Anderson, no stranger to Uni-Trade Stadium's pitched here once before. He pitched 5 1/3 innings, got the win. The Goldeyes ended up winning that game 7-1. That was May 20th, 2014. So he didn't pitch here at all last year, but his one start about 2 years ago pitched pretty well. And Morrison, first pitch ball ground, the second one ground over to the second baseman, Grider, and Morrison is retired. That's going to bring up J.D. Pulfer, who is now suffering from the James Nasser slump, does an interview with James on the pregame show and hasn't got a hit since. So he can use some magic right here.
He's referencing, I went in the clubhouse earlier.
First pitch from Anderson, Pulfer.
And
Fastball missed high.
Pulfer asked me, hey, can we undo that interview? Because I'm in a major slump since, and Martinez was next to him, and Martinez says, what? No, I did one today.
The lefty out of the windup again, misses high and wide, 2-0. Pulfer on the season only has that one hit. It was a big hit, though. 2-run double. But just, it was a quality hit, just not a lot of quantity so far. And that's a called strike. 1-2 the count.
I refuse to believe that interviews with me, though, are cursed in a way that makes you not hit.
Well, Martinez grounded out today, and he was the so far, so, I mean, he's not helping you out. The 1-2, Pulfer hits one over to the second baseman, diving and can't make the play. His grinder goes off the top of his glove and into right field for a base hit. Boy, we could rule that an error if the official scorer wants to get mad just to get the James streak.
No.
But it's going to be a
Pulfer
base hit.
was hoping he transferred the curse over to Martinez. We'll see if Martinez gets a hit here. Definitely no such thing.
As Pulfer gets his second hit of the season with 2 outs. As James was pointing to Pulfer there, but Pulfer had no clue about that. Martinez first pitch foul ball to the left in the seats. As Martinez grounded out to second to end the first inning after yesterday. He reached base all 4 times, and in the post got to chat with him post-game yesterday, and he said Pete told him a little something with this swing and stance, and it's really like it paid off. It's paid off here as him and Morrison have really been carrying the load in the first series. Martinez batted .389 with an RBI at 7 hits, one of those being a double. Also is getting on base at a clips of .478, so Morrison and Martinez really carrying the Lemurs offensively. As that one's hit into center field, coming on is Abercrombie, and he makes the play to retire the side. So Martinez can't break the James. We'll keep in mind this one for the rest of the game as Winnipeg leads Laredo 2-0. We'll be back with the top of the 4th after this.
To provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que por fin compraste carro nuevo? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? ¿Que hoy empieza tu fin de semana? ¿O que hoy se acaba tu novela y mañana empieza otra? La respuesta es la misma, pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres, pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. El carnesazo de H-E-B es una pachanga de sabor. Solo tienes que invitar a los compadres, prender la parrillita, ponerle unas fajitas, costillitas, chuletitas, salchichitas y, ¿por qué no?, hasta un pollo mariposita. Y que no se te olvide la musiquita y hasta una buena bailadita para un gran carnesazo. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo, carne asada con ganas, solo en H-E-B.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Before your Memorial
And we're back, top of the 4th. Winnipeg Goldeyes lead 2-0 over your Lemurs. David Rome, is up. Victim of the strikeout looking in his first at-bat. One of 2 strikeout victims for Troy Marks tonight. And the first pitch to Rome. Misses down low. Winnipeg in their first series as a team batted .262. 5 homers. And the pitch to Rome is hit into left field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. So that's a leadoff base hit for David Rome. 5 home runs is tied for 3rd in the American Association. Only scored 22 runs, which is the middle of the pack. You look at the totals from the league, St. Paul, 22-run advantage. He scored 42 runs in the first 4 games against Gary. This is going to bring up Josh Romanski. He walked to lead off the second. This is the 3rd straight inning Winnipeg has had the leadoff batter on. So they haven't been able to take advantage. We'll see what they can do here in the 3rd as Marks again throws over on Rome. Rome 1 stolen base in the opening series. Off to a nice start, batting over .400. And the first pitch, swung on and missed. Big swing from Romanski. As the fastball at just over 80 miles an hour gets by. The right fielder. Tomorrow's starter for the Lemurs is going to be Ryan Beckman. As that pitch is down low. Nice stop by Coach. We got the day off yesterday. Tomorrow's pitching matchup is going to be Mikey O'Brien versus Ryan Beckman. O'Brien 1-0 with the 1.80 ERA. Beckman 0-1 with the 5.14. Will be Beckman's 3rd appearance of the season. 2nd start. He started the opener, also came in that 13-inning game on Saturday night and gave up the home run to Luke Bailey. The only run scored in that 13-inning marathon. The 1-1. Popped up to the 3rd baseman. Danker Pulfer calls him off in shallow left field, and he makes the play. It's the 2nd time Pulfer has had to jog out to shallow left to make the play. Now that brings up Cassio Gardner. He also singled in the 2nd, but was out on the fielder's choice by Wes Starville, who was on deck. Grider, 188 in the opening series. 3 hits, scored 1. Has one of those home runs, also has 3 RBIs. But also tied for the team lead in strikeouts with 5. First pitch called strike. And now the 0-1 from Marks. Fouled off out of play over the screen. 0-2 the count. As Marks has settled down, has steadied the ship after the home run in the first, the 2-run homer from Rogers. Since then, he's allowed some runners, base runners, but hasn't surrendered any runs. As now Marks comes set, and the 0-2. Swung on again, fouled off. Back to the screen. As you can tell, the crowd might getting the wind. It's a windy one here in Laredo. Definitely the windiest day of the season, and we saw that on the home run. That was just looked like a lazy fly ball to left, but boy, it had legs and a wind-aided home run. The first of many here at Uni-Trade Stadium on the season. And now the 1-2. Called strike 3 as Grider goes down looking. Strikeout number 3 on the day for Marks. And now Grider is carrying the banner for team leading in strikeouts, something you want. And now this brings up Wes Darville, grounded into a fielder's choice last time. Back in the second, so 0 for 1 on the day. Called strike, fastball outside, part of the plate. 2 down here, runner on first. Lemurs trailed 2-0, even though they have the hit advantage. Lemurs have 4 hits, Goldeyes have 3. The difference in the game is Jacob Rogers' 2-run home run in the first to left. The 0-1, again, called strike. Same spot, 0-2 the count. As Marks, after surrendering the leadoff single to Rome, looks to get the inning ended here. And the 0-2 check swing high. No appeal as he didn't go around. 1-2 the count. As Marks, as James mentioned, pitching all 4 levels of the Arizona Diamondback system last year. He pitched in A, High A, Double A, and Triple A, which is something you don't really see very often. Runner going, that ball's hit to second. Valera has it, fires it over to first, and the inning is over. So after a leadoff single, Marks gets the next 3 batters. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Winnipeg leading Laredo 2-0.
Memorial Day party gets going. Drive over to Ashley Furniture Home Store this week for our best Memorial Day sale ever. Get dramatic price reduction store-wide or no interest until January 2021. Choose from sofas and sectionals, all at unbelievably low prices. Plus find savings on beds and amazing deals on dining rooms. It's our best Memorial Day sale ever, so don't wait. Hurry over to Ashley Furniture Home Store right now. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. 4520 San Bernardo Avenue, Laredo, Texas. 956-712-2401. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today. Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts: personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
And we're back here. Bottom of the 4th. Tanker, Nieves, and Nunez up for the Lemurs, who are down 2-0. Lemurs have been able to muster up 4 hits, all of them singles. Just haven't been able to cash in. As Travis Tanker is now up. And he had a nice night last night. He had 2 RBIs last night, went 2 for 4, had a 2-run double, or had a double, An RBI base hit. First pitch from Dankers hit to left field. The left fielder, Heisler, just in the corner, a couple steps in front of the wall on the warning track, made the play. Boy, I had to work hard to make that play. I couldn't even see the ball get caught.
See, this is why you open the window so you can actually stick your head out the window.
If I open the window, papers are flying everywhere, and I don't feel like taping everything down.
I have lots of tape with.
I've taped my things down. I've taped things down. As the first pitch to Nieves, in there, strike one. But boy, that one was down the line. Danker's been close tonight a couple times, but he's just missed them. As Nieves hits one down the left field line, coming in is the left fielder again, Heisler, and he is retired. So this is the second inning in a row. Danker and Nieves have done the same thing. In the second, they both flied out to center, and now here in the fourth, they both fly out to left. And this is going to bring up Alex Nunez, who singled back in the second. He is only in his third game. Squares the bunt, pulls it back, called strike anyways. He's really coming into his own after in his first 7 at-bats. He struck out 5 times as the 0-1. Called strike there to Nunez. And then yesterday, had a single and walked. So he's still rounding into form, and he goes down swinging there. We've played 4. Winnipeg Goldeyes lead the Laredo Lemurs 2-0. We'll be back with more on the Laredo Broadcast Network. Swinging.
Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit hot dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito hamburger and Cabrito hot dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1919. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back at Whataburger.
First of all, you start with a large bun, 2 patties, shredded cheddar cheese,
A creamy sauce.
creamy steak sauce. My personal favorite part is the onions, the grilled onions and bacon.
Grilled perfection.
It's good stuff. Love it.
You take a bite. It's hard to describe. It's hard to put into words. The Chop House Cheddar Burger.
Chop House Cheddar Burger. It's back.
I don't have anything else to compare it to. It's the best out there, I think.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back.
Only at Whataburger and only for a limited time.
Chavarria's Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarria's is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarria's is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors for your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, number 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. This medicine clinic offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time.
And we're back here. We'll send it over to James Nasser. I'll be back in the 7th.
All right, thanks for your play-by-play there, Warren, for the 3rd and 4th innings. We're here in the top of the 5th, 2-0. Lemurs trailing the Winnipeg Goldeyes to the plate. Tanner Murphy, first pitch from Troy Marks, taken for a called strike, 0-1. Marks struck out Murphy his first time at the plate on a 2-2 pitch that Murphy watched go by for strike 3. That was the second out of the second. We are here in the 5th. The 0-1, swing and a foul back to the screen, 0-2. The count quickly to Murphy, the catcher for the Winnipeg Goldeyes. Goldeyes, another of those teams that played a bunch of preseason games. Lemurs just the 2, and we played Fargo, who they had 9 preseason games, and Goldeyes had a handful of theirs as well, playing much of the same teams that Fargo played. Pitch up and out of the zone, 1-2. So they along with their first series there, the 4-game set in Joplin, have played already a bunch of games. They've been on the road a long time. 1-2 the count. Here comes the pitch from Marks. Murphy going to take the curveball in the outside corner. It gets him looking, and Murphy goes down for the second time tonight. Sorry, his first time was swinging. That time was looking. 0 for 2 now is Murphy. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Back to the top of the order for the Winnipeg Goldeyes, and it's Michael Gonzalez, the shortstop. He is 0 for 2 as well tonight. Pop up to short and a ground out to second. Gonzalez, a speedy shortstop for this Goldeyes team. The first pitch up and in for a ball, 1-0. He leans off the plate a bit. Marks on the hill peering in. He has that left foot in front of his right foot, the right foot on the rubber. He fires away, and it's up high for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. I'm not sure that radar gun is even close to being accurate today. Some days it's better than others. It keeps showing up there 75, which we've been told it's usually about 5 miles an hour slow, 4 to 5 miles an hour slow. Pitch called a strike. But I refuse to believe that Marks' fastball is 80 miles an hour. I'll buy 88, 89, but I'm not buying 80. 2-1 pitch. I'm not sure that missed, but where that missed, but it was outside, I think. 3-1. It looked pretty good from here. Of course, we're up the third baseline for those of you who don't know. We're up the third baseline a little bit. So our angle isn't quite the greatest to see balls and strikes on the inside-outside portion. Gonzalez will take inside. That's ball 4 on that 3-1. So Gonzalez reaches for the first time today. So the stolen base leader in the American Association from 2015 is aboard. And a man with a stolen base already in the ball game, Adam Heisler at the plate. He has walked both times. He has come up today, so he still has yet to record an actual at-bat out of his 2 plate appearances that he's had so far this evening. Take a quick look at your scoreboard here around the American Association. A lot of games in action, full slate tonight. Everyone's starting their second series of the season. Heisler at the dish, lefty batter. Here comes, well, not yet, getting ahead of myself. And it's a pickoff move over to first. Back standing up is Gonzalez. So starting over in Sioux City, the Explorers trailing the Gary South Shore Railcats 2-1, bottom of the 3rd there. Over in Kansas City, it's a 2-1 ball game. The T-Bones leading the Lincoln Salt Dogs. They're in the bottom of the 6th. And it's 2-0 right now in Sioux Falls. The Canaries up over the St. Paul Saints, top of the 6th there in St. Paul. The first pitch to Heisler, called a strike, 0-1. And it looks like, well, I don't know what it looks like. There's no score over there in Grand Prairie, Texas, where the Texas Airhogs and Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks are supposed to be playing. Let's check the Twitter and see what the Grand Prairie / Texas Airhogs have been tweeting out today. It is apparently tied at 3 heading into the 5th. That was 5 minutes ago. Pitch will be inside for a ball, and it's 1-1. So they're why do I have to go to Twitter? Because on the scoreboard, they don't have a score. It still says scheduled game, and it hasn't started. So they must have an issue with their scoring over there today, their official scoring. But it's a 3-3 ball game over there in Texas. I'm assuming top of the 5th based on that tweet that said going into the 5th. So apparently it was tied up in the bottom of the 4th thanks to a Burt Reynolds solo home run. Yes, the Texas Airhogs have a player named Burt Reynolds on their team. 1-1 the count here to Heisler, runner on first, 1 out, top of the 5th. Lemurs trailing right now 2-0 to the Goldeyes. The pitch taken high for a ball, and it's 2-1 now to Heisler. Heisler last season had 44 steals, so he was just behind. That was with Winnipeg. He was just behind Michael Gonzalez, who stands at first base right now in steals, who had 46 steals last season. Gonzalez off and moving. Pitch will be called a strike. The throw to second took a hop, got past Pulfer, and just barely got past Valera. Valera was able to tip it, though, and it didn't roll too far past him. He was able to track it down quickly and keep Gonzalez over there at second. So it'll be a stolen bag for Michael Gonzalez. He now stands at second. So Gonzalez's first steal of the ball game. And for him, it'll be steal number 2 on the season. He has yet to be caught stealing, so 2 attempts, 2 steals. That pitch I said was a called strike. It's now 2 balls, 2 strikes to Heisler. That takes away the double play opportunity, but with these 2 speedsters, certainly a double play would have been tough to turn anyways. Marks sets, looks over at second base. Now he fires break-even pitch. Swung on, hit high in the air, shallow right field. Going to be charging in is the right fielder Wilson, and he crashes into Valera as Valera from second makes the catch. Wilson was trying to get there and call him off, but Valera was camped under it. He ends up being the one to catch it, though. Reggie Abercrombie now to the plate with 2 outs and a runner on second. Nice work there by Troy Marks getting the pop-up, and with this wind blowing out to left field so strongly tonight, it makes right field really a graveyard. You're not going to see a lot of deep hit balls into right, and especially not right center. Right center is a graveyard as it is, but with the wind like it is tonight, I would be shocked if anyone hit one out over there. Reggie Abercrombie at the plate, right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher, and the pitch. Abercrombie swings and hits one on one hop to the shortstop Pulfer, moving to his right, fires across the diamond, and there's out number 3. So a 1-out walk of Gonzalez. He stole second, but he's stranded there. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Lemurs still scoreless as they trail the Goldeyes 2-0.
There's a reason why Popeyes creates some of the best tasting chicken in the world. We were born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the land of good fun and great cooking. Spicy flavor is a way of life in New Orleans, and everything we make reflects it. From our Popeyes bona fide chicken and handcrafted tenders to our home-style mashed potatoes with Cajun gravy and our soft, buttery biscuits, everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes. Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Quench your thirst at a Lemurs game with a beverage from Southern Distributing Company. Try mainstays like Miller Lite, Miller 64, and Coors Original, or reach for a Red's Apple Ale or Leinenkugel. Batch 19's the newcomer, a pre-prohibition beer inspired by the last batches of beer brewed before 1919.
Kyle Anderson still on the hill for the Winnipeg Goldeyes. It's 2-0. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Anderson surrendered 4 hits so far to the Lemurs hitters. Goldeyes with 3 hits in the ball game so far against starter Troy Marks. But it was the big hit again right now that's hurting the Lemurs. Lemurs gave up just 3 hits a couple of nights ago in a 13-inning ball game, but it was a solo home run off the bat of Luke Bailey that did him in. So Lemurs have had, I guess, a slight issue with the home run ball, doing them in at least momentarily. And Matt Coach hits one in the air into left. Medium depth, now backpedaling at the last second is Heisler. He'll make the catch just about 6 feet short of the warning track. So Coach flies out to left to start off the inning without number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. And Reggie Wilson to the plate. Wilson, the right fielder. He'll have to get used to that out in right field, having those balls that don't go deep. The Lemurs outfielder the last couple of years, Dennis Phipps, would play way in out there in right field. He would play super shallow. And if one was hit over his head and somehow burned him, well, he'd have to get on his horse and move. That pitch bunted down the third baseline, but foul. Boy, that was in the air a long time. It wasn't high, but it was almost a line drive bunt, if there is such a thing. But it went foul and hit the ground before it got to Darville, the third baseman. 0-1 the count here to Wilson now. Wilson 0 for 1 today with a strikeout looking back in the second inning. There's a called strike, count 0-2 to Wilson. Wilson with 2 hits last night. Scored on a wild pitch, actually. 0-2 pitch. Wilson swinging and chopping it towards the Lemurs on deck circle as leaning out of the way is Cesar Valera. Count still 0-2. Boy, when I was looking at that scoreboard, an interesting series right now is in Sioux Falls. The Sioux Falls Canaries and St. Paul Saints. The pitch, Wilson taking it just a little bit outside for a ball. And Murphy, I think, tried to frame that a little bit, but he couldn't hold on to it. It rolled past him. Well, it hit his glove and then rolled away as he couldn't squeeze it. 1-2 pitch on its way to Wilson. A check swing. They will appeal. And I'm trying to find there its third base umpire, and Matt Herrera says no, he did not go. Boy, that was about as close as it can get to a check swing.
If Wilson can pull a ball down the line, the right fielder, Domanski, is playing level with the bag.
The pitch swung on, grounded towards the hole on the left side, and it gets through as Darville can't pick it out. We'll see how they rule that. Tough play for Darville. It was a broken bat. I do believe it sounded like it at least. Not where the bat shattered, just kind of a cracked bat. And certainly the way it kind of came off the bat, not hit particularly hard. It wasn't just smoked into the hole, but gave time for the third baseman to get over there. We'll see how they rule it. Looks like it's going to be a hit. So Wilson with a single here with 1 out in the inning, and Wilson can swipe a bag. It's pretty quick out there. But he's got to do so against a lefty if he wants to. There's a pickoff move to first. Wilson back standing. The batter at the plate, Cesar Valera. He did have a hit yesterday, an RBI single in the 6th. 0 for 1 today, grounded out to short. There goes Wilson. It's a pickoff move to first. Now Wilson's going to get himself in a pickle instead of going all the way to second, and now he's still in the pickle. Boy, this is the longest-lasting pickle I've seen. Wilson, a pretty good athlete. The tag attempted to be applied, and they will say it got him by the catcher, Tanner Murphy. Boy, Wilson, he's only 5'9". It almost looked like he ducked under that tag. It was very, very close, but they did just barely get him. He had timed that up pretty well as far as to try to get past the next person receiving the ball before they could get it.
I thought for a second he might have got under the catcher's tag.
I thought he did too for about a half second,
yeah.
But I think he did just barely get him.
For a guy like Wilson so fast, I don't mind him bailing on going to second because maybe a missed throw, a misplay of a ball, and then you get the base or you go back to first.
The pitch to Valera, grounded softly towards short. Gonzalez scoops it up, sidearms to first in time to get Valera, and that's the end of the inning. So Anderson faces the minimum, does give up the single, but gets the pickoff. We go to the top of the 6th. It's still 2-0. Winnipeg holding on to the lead over Laredo.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma, pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres, pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo, carne asada con ganas solo en H-E-B. Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma, pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres, pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo, carne asada con ganas solo en H-E-B.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubbada, boom, which led to you. Miller Lite, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Top of the 6th inning here in Laredo. And it's the number 4 hitter, Jacob Rogers. Cleanup hitter for the Winnipeg Goldeyes. He's the man of the night so far tonight with his 2-run, 2-out home run out to left field, going the opposite way into that wind. Here comes the first pitch to Rogers. Takes high for a ball, 1-0. And a guy like Rogers, your power hitter in that 4 spot, probably not looking to pull the ball in this ballpark, even if that is how you hit. That wind is tough to fight through. Pitch called a strike, 1-1. I'd like to welcome any Goldeyes fans that are listening in. I understand there might be a few of you out there. I know we have the video feed. Steve Schuster, the Goldeyes broadcaster, just has his radio feed. The 1-1, pitch low for a ball. So welcome to Lemurs broadcast, you Goldeyes fans. Two and one the count. Here comes the pitch to Rogers. Taking. And it's a ball just outside. 3-1 the count. Now the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a foul away left side. That'll run the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Rogers. He leads off the 6th inning. It's 2-0. Goldeyes leading the Lemurs. Both teams 2-2 coming into tonight, although in the standings they're in very different spots because of what everyone else in their division's done. Payoff pitch. Rogers swings, grounds one left side towards the hole. Danker dives, fields it on the hop, scrambles to his feet, throws to first, and it's in time to beat Rogers. Now, if Rogers had Michael Gonzalez or Adam Heisler speed, I doubt he gets out, but he has first baseman speed. And Danker with the nice, smooth play over there at third base.
He's made some really nice plays defensively early on in this season, some tough plays there, and he's been able to really field his position well. And defense has been one of the strong points early on, and Danker at third has been a key anchor of it.
And Danker's been really solid over there at third base. In fact, we thought he might be playing first this year as the pitch to David Rome comes in. Rome takes high for a ball, and it's 1-0. Rome, the DH for the Goldeyes, 1 for 2 in the ball game. But Danker last year, when he joined the team, played first base, and Abel Nieves was over at third. And so with the same 2 guys coming back, one would think that they would resume those same positions that they had last year, pitch up and in, 2-0. Abel Nieves over at third and Travis Danker at first. But Danker got to the team first, and they put him over at third for the first couple of ball games before Nieves got here. And, well, now they've put Nieves at first. We'll see how that pair works out. Here comes the pitch. And it's a called strike. 2-1 the count to Rome. We'll see if they switch them around throughout the season or not. They may not. You have 2 guys that can play either position. In fact, can play a couple of positions on the infield. Pitch called a strike again, 2-2. I've seen them both play second base, and I've seen Nieves even play short. At one point last year when the Lemurs were very power heavy in their lineup, Nieves was playing shortstop for him. 2-2 pitch to Rome. Check swing. They will appeal. And he did not go through. I don't think an appeal was granted. Coach looked like he was pointing, but home plate umpire Sean Cassidy was pretty certain that Rome didn't go through, and from here it didn't look like he did either. 3-2 the count. 1 out, no one on top of the 6th. 2-0 score. Lemurs trailing the Goldeyes. Payoff pitch. Rome pops one up and foul. Right side out of play. Count still 3 balls, 2 strikes. And, of course, the slick fielding up the middle with Pulfer and then Valera and or Rondon, who we've seen at second base as well this season. Payoff pitch again, and it's just a little bit low. There's ball 4. Rome will walk for the first time tonight. Wow. The Goldeyes have just 3 hits. They have walked 5 times. So Marks having a little bit of an issue there with the walks tonight. But, of course, like I said, from here, I don't get a good judge of balls and strikes or of the strike zone. And now Coach is going to go have a talk with Marks. So there's been a bunch of pitches Marks has had that from here have looked really good and really close. For that matter, Anderson's had some too. So a pitch here, a pitch there that doesn't go your way can result in a walk for sure. And now manager Pete Incaviglia is going to make the slow walk from the dugout. Pete's very good at making the walk as slow as he can from the dugout to the pitcher's mound. So we might see the end of the day for Marks if Pete's making the mound visit. But I've seen Pete make a mound visit before and not pull his pitcher. Usually if the manager comes out, that means the pitcher's day is done. But this is the first mound visit of the inning, and it looks like someone's coming out of the gate there in right field. So we will have a pitching change, and we'll be back in a few moments with the new pitcher. Again, your score 2-0. Lemurs trailing the Goldeyes here in the top of the 6th with 1 out and 1 on for Winnipeg.
Getting hungry? Popeyes always hits the spot. Make sure to stop by any Popeyes location to try out Popeyes' new Smoky Garlic Chili Chicken Dinner. It includes 4 smoky garlic chicken tenderloins served with Popeyes' new garlic herb dipping sauce, your choice of a signature side, and a buttermilk biscuit for just $4.99. Promotion starts Monday, May 25th.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors for your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, number 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. This medicine clinic offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que por fin compraste carro nuevo? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? ¿Que hoy empieza tu fin de semana? ¿O que hoy se acaba tu novela y mañana empieza otra? La respuesta es la misma, pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres, pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. El carnesazo de H-E-B es una pachanga de sabor. Solo tienes que invitar a los compadres, prender la parrillita, ponerle unas fajitas, costillitas, chuletitas, salchichitas y, ¿por qué no?, hasta un pollo mariposita. Y que no se te olvide la musiquita y hasta una buena bailadita para un gran carnesazo. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo, carne asada con ganas, solo en H-E-B.
We're back, and the new pitcher making his Lemurs debut. That'll be Kyle Winkler, the 5'11", 195-pound right-hander. Winkler, who pitched in a couple of different organizations last year, comes set on the hill and he'll deliver plateward. There's a swing and a ball hit down towards the left field line, but it'll slice foul and out of play, 0-1. The batter, Josh Romanski, right fielder, 0 for 1 with a walk in the ball game. Kyle Winkler, drafted a couple times, once in 2008 out of high school, Kempner High School in Sugar Land, Texas. That was by the Milwaukee Brewers, but he decided, I'm not going to sign being drafted in the 37th round. I'm going to go to college. And it turned out to be a good choice. He went to Texas Christian University in Fort Worth, Texas. Was drafted a few years later in 2011 in the 10th round. Here comes the pitch, and it's fouled away by Romanski, count 0-2. He was drafted by the Arizona Diamondbacks this time. He spent a few years in the Diamondbacks organization from 2012 through 2014. He made it up to Double-A Mobile in 2014 before being released. He was then picked up by the Tampa Bay Rays. He played at Double-A Montgomery last year, as well as with Triple-A Durham, just 3 games at Triple-A Durham, 7 games with Montgomery. And he had a pretty good season with those 2 ball clubs in his 10 appearances. As he sets on the hill, Winkler fires plateward. Pitch outside for a ball. Count 1-2. But in the middle of the season, the Rays decided they were going to trade him. So they traded Winkler over to the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim organization, where they put him at Double-A Arkansas, the Arkansas Travelers. 1-2 count. Winkler kicks and delivers. Swing, ground ball, first baseline. It's grabbed by Nieves. Nice play. He'll tag the bag and then fire to second where a tag needed to be applied, and it is by Pulfer. A nice 3-6 double play. Smooth work there by Nieves over at first base. Not showing any signs of rust there, just playing in his third game. We go to the bottom of the sixth. It's still 2-0, Winnipeg leading Laredo.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific Boys and Girls Clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Before your Memorial Day party gets going, drive over to Ashley Furniture Home Store this week for our best Memorial Day sale ever. Get dramatic price reductions store-wide or no interest until January 2021. Choose from sofas and sectionals, all at unbelievably low prices. Plus, find savings on beds and amazing deals on dining rooms. It's our best Memorial Day sale ever, so don't wait. Hurry over to Ashley Furniture Home Store right now. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. 4520 San Bernardo Avenue, Laredo, Texas. 956-712-2401. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas, as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today. Falcon Bank and the...
All right, nice work there in the sixth inning by Kyle Winkler, making his Lemurs debut. Ty Morrison to the plate. He'll lead off the inning for the Lemurs here in the bottom of the sixth. Morrison lefty against the lefty Anderson. The pitch, Morrison taking for a called strike, 0-1. Morrison 1 for 2 today. He singled in the first, stole a bag, and then he was picked off at second. We'll see if he can get another base hit here. The 0-1 pitch to Morrison. He will swing and pop one up left side, foul territory. Darville will chase after it for a moment and then give up on it, letting it go out of play. 0-2, the count here to Morrison. Morrison, who is riding a pretty nice hit streak for the Lemurs at the moment. 0-2 pitch. He'll swing, ground it right side, but it's right at the second baseman. Cassio Greider throws to first, and that's out number 1 on the inning. 4-3, the put out of Morrison. What is that hit streak? Well, let me get my hitters page out. Morrison entering the ball game had a 4-game hit streak. He did get a hit today, so it's a 5-game hit streak. But if you go back to last season in the playoffs, Morrison has hit in 8 straight games now with his single earlier in the ball game in the first. He's been very nice at the plate for the Lemurs since they picked him up with 55 games left in the season last year. J.D. Pulfer takes a called strike, 0-1. Pulfer is 1 for 2 today. He singled in the third, flew out in his first at-bat in the first. He's up the bat here with 1 out and no one on. The 0-1 pitch, Pulfer will take down and away, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Lemurs trailing 2-0 to the Winnipeg Goldeyes. Again, those 2 runs, both scoring on a 2-run home run by Jacob Rogers in the first inning with 2 outs back 5 innings ago. Pitch up high, 2-1 the count now to Pulfer. So those 2 runs are still holding for the Goldeyes. Lemurs trying to make that change here this inning in the 6th, or hoping to at least. 2-1 the count. Here comes the pitch to Pulfer. He'll take a swing and foul it back into the screen. Count evens up at 2-2. Anderson has done a nice job tonight on the hill. He has not walked anyone this evening for Winnipeg, and he's struck out 2 batters. He has allowed 5 hits, but he's managed to scatter them around and has picked off one and got another guy caught stealing as Wilson tried to steal, and there's a check swing on a pitch that was low, and they're going to ring up Pulfer. As first base umpire David Mayberry says, yep, Pulfer went through the zone. There's out number 2. So Drew Martinez to the plate 0-for-2 in the ball game. Ground out and a fly out. Left-handed batter. Here comes the pitch. Taken for a called strike by Martinez. Martinez, I mentioned he's a lefty. This season, against righties, Martinez is hitting .462 through the first 4 games. But against lefties, Martinez is batting just .200, 1-for-5 entering the ball game today. Now he's 1-for-7. And Morrison is 0-for-4 entering the ball game today, although now 1-for-7 as well against left-handers. He's also hitting much better against righties. Pitch popped up, foul territory. Giving chase is Darville, but he won't get there. It'll go out of play. No chance for him there to make the play, and it's 0-2 now to Martinez. So I guess the best way right now to slow down the top, or at least 2 of the top 3 batters in the Lemurs lineup, Martinez and Morrison, is to just start a lefty. They're having troubles with lefties, although no troubles with righties, as Morrison's hitting .600 against righties and Martinez at .462. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Martinez taking just outside, 1-2. The count now to the center fielder for the Lemurs. I say, throw a lefty out there. This is the only lefty the Goldeyes will throw against the Lemurs this series. 1-2 pitch, swung on and lifted in the left. Shallow coming in, and towards the line is Heisler. He'll make the catch. It's a 3-up and 3-down inning for Kyle Anderson. We go to the top of the 7th here in Laredo. Lemurs trailing Goldeyes 2-0.
Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit Hot Dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito Hamburger and Cabrito Hot Dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1919. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back at Whataburger.
First of all, you start with a large bun, 2 patties,
Shredded cheddar cheese,
a creamy sauce,
creamy steak sauce.
My personal favorite part is the onions, the grilled onions and bacon.
grilled perfection.
It's good stuff. Love it. You take a bite. It's hard to describe. It's hard to put into words.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger.
Chop House Cheddar Burger. It's back.
I don't have anything else to compare it to. It's the best out there, I think. The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back.
Only at Whataburger and only for a limited time.
Chavarria's Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarria's is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarria's is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
All right, we're back here in the 7th inning in Laredo, Texas, Uni-Trade Stadium, and to the mic, my partner in crime, Warren Shore, for your play-by-play here in the 7th.
Yeah, there's been some ultimate shade been thrown down on Twitter by St. Paul saying Sioux Falls is not one of the cities we want to quit game, as Kyle Winkler first pitch to Cassio Grinder. He squares the bunt. Coming off the mound, Winkler fielding it, and nice play, gets him by about a half a step. Another bang play at first. Nice play by Winkler coming off the mound to field that bunt, and boy, it looked like it looked like here could have gone the other way.
Yeah, it was very close. I've seen Cassio Grider play too last year, and he can fly on those base paths. Winnipeg has some real speedsters with Heisler,
some real
Grider,
Speedy Gonzalez's.
Speedy Gonzalez over there. So, I mean, they were already fast last year with Heisler and Grider. You add in Gonzalez to the mix, and this team might be the fastest in the league. Lemurs do have some speed of their own, but some of these guys can really fly for Winnipeg.
Now this brings up the number 8 hitter, Wes Darville. First pitch, fastball, strike. I think the gun's a little slow today. That's an 86. That says 86, 81 on the thing, so you add 5, 86.
Yeah,
that's about 90, I think.
Probably
right there.
at least 90.
Yeah. So first pitch to Darville was a strike, and the second pitch will be a ball outside.
What we were saying about that tweet from the official St. Paul Saints Twitter account, it says trail 3-1, top 8 road cities in the 11 road cities in the league. I'm not sure this is one where we say let's play a quick game so we can check out the nightlife.
Major shade. The 1-1 chopped again. Winkler coming off the mound. This one's underhand flip to Nieves, and that was a much easier play for Winkler. Darville, not the speedster that Grider is.
I'll say this about Sioux Falls, though. They have a Buffalo Wild Wings right next to the ballpark, and the hotel shares a parking lot with the ballpark. So Buffalo Wild Wings right there in walking distance, and it is a favorite location of players and coaches and broadcasters after the games if you do play a quick enough game to go catch some food and whatever games are on around the world in sports.
And this is going to bring up the number 9 hitter, Tanner Murphy. Popped up right over our heads, out of play. He's 0 for 2 on the day. He's gone down on strikes twice, once looking, once swinging, halfway to the old Golden Sombrero. I will be sure to keep everyone up to date on Golden Sombrero progresses throughout the year. Might need to keep that as a stat. James might need to add that as a stat. And the 0-1 fouled off, back to the screen, 0-2.
I'll put it in our daily game notes, and I'll name it the Warren Shore Golden Sombrero tracker.
Yeah. No. I mean, I think it's a good stat. 0-2, quick work by Winkler. It's been impressive so far in his Lemurs debut. And that one's high and wide. 1-2. He came in and got a double play to end the 6th. So he's got 4 outs here. And the 1-2 just fouled off, back to the screen. So that was off-speed pitch that Murphy was just ahead of, but able enough to make the play. Winnipeg 2-0 when they score first. So both of their wins have when they've taken the lead first. They haven't looked back. Their 2 losses when they have scored last. And the 1-2 outside 2-2 the count. After 6 innings when they're leading, they're 1-0. But when they're leading after 7 innings, they're 0-1. So we'll have to see if the trend, or I don't know, if trend the 1 game when they're leading after 6 will hold up. And the 1-2, oh, just missed inside. Fans giving the umpire, asking him where that pitch is. Our usual suspects up there and down the first baseline. They've moved a section over today. Maybe getting a little closer to the action, but that's the boisterous Lemur faithful. And the 3-2 pitch. Called strike 3 looking as Murphy took 4 steps out of the box and tossed the bat. Thought he was going down for a walk, but He's 3/4 of the way for the Golden Sombrero. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th here at Uni-Trade Stadium. Might want to get on your feet, do a little stretching at your home or wherever you may be watching, because Winnipeg Goldeyes lead the Laredo Lemurs 2-0. We'll be back after this. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors for your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, number 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. This medicine clinic offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors for your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north.
There's a reason why Popeyes creates some of the best tasting chicken in the world. We were born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the land of good fun and great cooking. Spicy flavor is a way of life in New Orleans, and everything we make reflects it. From our Popeyes bona fide chicken and handcrafted tenders to our home-style mashed potatoes with Cajun gravy and our soft, buttery biscuits, everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes. Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
And we're back here in the bottom of the 7th. Lemurs trying to get something on the base paths as Travis Danker is up. Kyle Alexander, the lefty, still in there. First pitch called strike. 10 straight Lemurs that's what Kyle Anderson has retired. The last 3 innings have been the minimum. They've had 1 base runner. And that was back in the 5th on an error. Or maybe it was a hit. I had it down in the book as an error.
They actually had hit last inning, but the base runner got picked off. Reggie Wilson, or caught stealing Reggie Wilson.
That was in the 5th as Danker rips one down the left field line. They still faced the minimum.
Yeah, in the 5th. He still did face the minimum. They weren't straight retired, though.
Yes. But he's been effective at Anderson, tonight. His birthday is tomorrow, as we mentioned, so this is pretty good for him. The 0-2 to Danker hits one off the end of the bat, and the spin is gonna take that foul. For a second, it looked like it was gonna stay in fair territory, but it didn't.
Had it would have been some trouble there.
Yeah, he kept his bat the whole way. Let's take a look around the old scoreboard here. Tied up in Sioux City. Gary and the Explorers. Gary trying to find that first win of the season, as they just got shellacked by St. Paul in the opening weekend. Kansas City leading Lincoln in the top of the 8th, 2-1. St. Paul trailing Sioux Falls 3-1. St. Paul throwing shade. On Twitter is Danker. It's one foul down the left field line. He was ahead of that one. And in Grand Prairie, tied at 4 in the top of the 6th inning between Fargo and Texas.
What do we do without the internet and Twitter?
I don't know. As that 0-2 misses inside. Who knows?
The Lemurs today, they've only gotten 2 hits in an inning once. That coming
in the second
inning, so scattering the hits is Alexander.
1-2. Danker hits one to deep left field at the track, and that ball's gone. Home run for Travis Danker. He's got the Lemurs' first home run of the year and cuts the deficit in half. Lemurs trail 2-1.
Get used to seeing that, Lemurs fans. Danker hitting home runs out to left in this ballpark.
And he finally got one. He was close the first two at-bats, especially in the fourth when Heisler was back there and it was in the corner. He made the play. But Danker, good to see him heating up. Back-to-back games with hits and RBIs. That's 3 RBIs in the last 2 games for Travis Danker. And that brings up Abel Nunez. First pitch lined right into center field for a base hit. So let's see. Looks like this has sparked the offense as Anderson is only at 70 pitches. So, I mean, he hasn't thrown a lot of pitches, and they haven't been a lot of high-stress situations. But the bats have seemed to be coming alive here in this inning as Tanner Murphy heads out to the mound to talk to Anderson. But, boy, that ball was crushed, too. You thought for a second maybe Heisler at the wall was going to – he thought about maybe he was sizing it up for a jump, but then he realized it wasn't suitable to be caught. And that is a first home run of the year for the Lemurs. Now Alex Nunez squares the bunt, and that ball was foul. Nunez 1 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a single. He's put a lot better at-bats together the past 2 days. I mean, it's hard when you just get here same day and then are inserted into the lineup, but as he's been moved down in the lineup to the 6th spot, he's put some nice together at-bats. He squares the bunt, and that one's fouled off back on the top of the screen, so down 0-2. Not expecting Nunez to bunt here as he hits himself on the head about 4 times, knowing he should have done a better job of getting the bunt down, and that's probably just lack of reps for him. I know they were taking some reps from the pitching machine today in BP, and Nunez was in the cage a lot getting those hacks in as the 0-2 now hit just to the edge of the infield over the shortstop Gonzalez. He has it. And Nunez is the first out of the inning. And now that's going to bring up Matt Coach, who is also 1 for 2 on the day. Singled back in the second when the Lemurs had back-to-back singles with 2 outs, but couldn't get anything in. And now we're going to have a visit. After the catcher, Murphy, went out there, we're going to have a visit and a call to the bullpen. So the day is done for the starting pitcher, Kyle Anderson. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll tell you who the new pitcher is here on the Lemurs Broadcast Network.
Quench your thirst at a Lemurs game with a beverage from Southern Distributing Company. Try mainstays like Miller Lite, Miller 64, and Coors Original, or reach for a Red's Apple Ale or Leinenkugel. Batch 19's the newcomer, a pre-prohibition beer inspired by the last batches of beer brewed before 1919.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma, pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres, pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo, carne asada con ganas, solo en H-E-B.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubba-da, boom, which led to you. Miller Lights, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Getting hungry? Popeyes always hits the spot. Make sure to stop by any Popeyes location to try out Popeyes' new Smoky Garlic Chili Chicken Dinner. It includes 4 smoky garlic chicken tenderloins served with Popeyes' new garlic herb dipping sauce, your choice of a signature side, and a buttermilk biscuit for just $4.99. Promotion starts Monday, May 25th.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership.
And we're back here. Warren Shore with you. James Nasser be along for the 8th and 9th innings. And who knows, the way this season has gone, I might be back in the 10th or 11th. That's just the way the season's gone. Our new pitcher is Brandon Shimo. He has appeared in 2 games this year, pitched 3 innings, struck out 2, first pitch, called strike. Allowed 1 hit, which was a double, faced 10 batters. He was signed by the Goldeyes on December 17th. In 2015, played with Evansville in the Frontier League and also with Sussex County in the Can-Am League. The 0-1 to coach outside. For his career in the 2 seasons, he has played professional baseball. He is 1-1. With a 3.67 ERA and 55 appearances, 61 innings, striking out 64 batters, so good strikeout rate. And that 1-1 fouled off by coach. Runner on first. Lemurs are on the scoreboard after a Travis Danker home run to lead off the 7th. His first home run of the year and the Lemurs' first home run of the season. And then Abel Nieves followed that up with a single, so that's where we're at now. The 1-2 is outside. All 3 runs today come via the long ball. First inning for Winnipeg. Jacob Rogers hit a 2-run bomb out to left, so the wind is definitely playing a factor tonight. And the 2-2 coach fouls that one off back. That's going to ricochet off the suites, or that gets over the suites, actually. As they play the staying alive here. Again, the right fielder, Josh Romanski, tons of room in right field. I mean, you get one. I know it's hard to hit as the 2-2 to coach just misses outside. If you can get one down the line or even slicing down the line, Nieves from first should probably score, maybe, if it gets far enough down. But Domanski is playing level with second base. As coach rips one right where Domanski was playing her, that ball is caught on a diving catch. Boy, they lined him up right, because if Domanski wasn't playing where he was, he had to run over there. The hard sinking, the sinking liner, he got there in time to make the catch. And with the lighting here, it's kind of hard to see if he made that catch. But what do I know about defensive alignments? It paid off there.
Yeah, you'll see it all year. Right fielders, they give you the line and then some, usually in this ballpark, especially to a right-handed bat, because they know a right-handed bat, you got that wind blown out to left, you're not going to be trying to push that ball the other way, and if you put it in the air, it's going to hang up in the air for a long time.
As Wilson hits one back up the middle for a base hit, Nieves puts on the brakes at second, so that is a 2-out single for Reggie Wilson, and that's singles for him in back-to-back games. And we've got runners on first and second with 2 outs, and that's going to bring up Cesar Valera. 0 for 2 on the day. Both times he grounded out to the shortstop, but the Lemurs have something cooking. Finally, they had set.
Looks like we've got a pinch hitter up to the plate. Alvaro Rondon is going to get his first action in a couple of days.
Yes, he is. I assume he will take over the second base duties for Valera when we get to defense in the 8th inning, but Rondon batting 154 on the season, squared to bunt, and he drops one down, and that's going to be foul. Trying to catch him off guard is Rondon. Rondon on the season, as I mentioned, batting 154, played in 3 games, 2 hits, a walk, and I've been really impressed with his defense out in second base. So he looks to drive in the tying run or just keep the inning alive as the 0-1 fouled off back to the screen from Shima.
Well, Shimo's a right-hander, and not only is he a right-hander, but he's a sidearmer, so it's especially hard for right-handed batters to hit. And with Valera a righty, you have Rondon who's a switch hitter, so he'll bat from the left side against him. I don't know if that was the thinking with Incaviglia here with a big situation, 2 outs and a man in scoring position down a run, or if it was something else, but it seems like that would be the more logical thought process.
And the 0-2 pitch outside, 1-2 the count. Rondon coming in cold. He didn't play yesterday, but played in the first 3 games of the season. As Shimo comes set, the righty. Quick look at second at Nieves, and that again pitch outside. Murphy thought about the throw down to first, but the first baseman, Rogers, wasn't even close. He was still in his normal position, playing just in front of the grass, the back grass, not the front grass, the outfield. And now we're all level at 2 with 2 outs, runners on first and second. Rondon hits one right at the shortstop, who fires it over to first, Gonzalez, and Rogers makes the catch, and Rondon in the pinch hitting is retired. Well, the Lemurs get 1 back, and now are only trailing 2-1. We'll head to the top of the 8th with Winnipeg Goldeyes leading the Laredo Lemurs 2-1.
Membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors for your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, number 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. This medicine clinic offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care 1 athlete at a time.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que por fin compraste carro nuevo? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? ¿Que hoy empieza tu fin de semana? ¿O que hoy se acaba tu novela y mañana empieza otra? La respuesta es la misma, pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres, pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. El carnesazo de H-E-B es una pachanga de sabor. Solo tienes que invitar a los compadres, prender la parrillita, ponerle unas fajitas, costillitas, chuletitas, salchichitas y, ¿por qué no?, hasta un pollo mariposita. Y que no se te olvide la musiquita y hasta una buena bailadita para un gran carnesazo. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo, carne asada con ganas, solo en H-E-B.
And James Nasser is going to be back on the call for the last 2 innings. I got 1 run, James. Let's see if you can get 1 here.
Yes, you did. Good job getting the Danker home run, the first home run for the Lemurs this season. It's 2-1 right now. Laredo trailing Winnipeg. Boy, it's nice to have a one-word name for the team, Winnipeg, not this Fargo, Moorhead, Redhawks, 10,000-syllable team name. I'm exaggerating slightly. But it was a mouthful having to say Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks.
Or they're the Warhawks if you're me.
Yes. Had a couple
Old Louisiana Monroe.
mispronunciations there. Leading off the inning, Michael Gonzalez, new pitcher on the mound. It's Jose Nivar. Nivar, the right-hander. 6'1", 170. Enters the ball game. He's come in a few times this season already for the Lemurs. Nivar sets, pitch to Michael Gonzalez, leadoff hitter. Called a strike, 0-1. Gonzalez 0 for 1 with a walk in the ball game, or 0 for 2 with a walk in the ball game. Nivar this season has yet to allow an earned run, yet to allow any run for that matter. He's thrown 2 1/3 innings, and he's recordless as well in 3 appearances. Pitch fouled away right side and out of play, count 0-2. I said 2 1/3. He's given up 1 hit, and he's struck out 3. And he has not walked anyone yet. Well, I'm looking at the stat down here, and I could have sworn he walked someone, but I guess I'm thinking of someone else. This bullpen for the Lemurs tonight, or for the Lemurs this season, has been incredible, as we are now on to the second reliever of the night. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. There's strike 3. Nivar doing his job, coming in here in the 8th, getting a strikeout of Gonzalez.
You know how they play the funny songs for the walk-up hitters, like, oh, girls just want to have fun, some of those songs. The Lemurs bullpen, all they want to do is throw hard and strike you out. That's all they do is throw hard and strike you out.
Lemurs pitching staff entered the ballgame with the lowest ERA in the league and the most strikeouts in the league. And their bullpen through 3 games had thrown 20 and 2/3 innings, allowing just 3 runs, and had 26 strikeouts, including a night in Game 1 of the series with Fargo-Moorhead, opening day, in fact, where the bullpen had to throw 9 innings of relief because we went 14 innings. And they pulled the starter after 5. The batter, Adam Heisler, at the plate, lefty against the righty Nivar. Here comes the pitch, called a strike, 0-1. This bullpen has been excellent, as was the whole pitching staff, including the starters as well. But the bullpen has, boy, they rack up some strikeouts. It's been fun to watch already in the first now 5 games of the season. 0-1 pitch in the dirt, picked out by Coach. 1-1 the count. Heisler today, 0 for 1 with 2 walks. He has scored a run in the ballgame as well and has a stolen bag to his name. Heisler at the plate trying to get on base and score some more runs for the Winnipeg Goldeyes here, as they just have a 2-1 lead right now over the Lemurs. Navarro with the off-speed stuff can't find the zone, just a little bit low, maybe off the plate a bit as well outside. 2-1 now the count to Heisler. Navarro, former member of the Orioles organization. I know myself and my partner here, Warren Shore, as a 2-1 pitch comes in, called a strike. We've enjoyed watching this bullpen, especially Navarro and Harold Guerrero. The 2 of them are just racking up strikeouts. Not to forget Kamakani Usui, who has 7 as well.
We aren't the only ones who have enjoyed it. The coaching staff, and Pete mentions it after almost every game, how good the bullpen is.
It has been incredible. 2-2 pitch down low and out of the zone. Heisler checks his swing. Count now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, no one on. Top of the 8th, 2-1 Winnipeg leading Laredo. And speaking of the bullpen, let's take a look at the final numbers for Kyle Winkler in his debut. 1 2/3 innings pitched, 1 strikeout, no hits, no walks, no runs for the recently acquired Lemur, Kyle Winkler. So nice job by the pen for him. He continues the string of dominance by the Lemurs bullpen in his first appearance. I don't know if my partner gave you the numbers and the final numbers for Marks, but Troy Marks went 5 1/3, giving up just 2 runs on 3 hits, 5 walks, 5 strikeouts. So Marks, decent outing here in his first outing. Really the only problem he got into was that 2-run home run there in the first inning. That really was a wind-aided home run. If we had the wind that we'd had in any of the other ball games we've had. 3-2 pitch on the outside corner, gets Heisler looking. Second strikeout of the inning for Navarro, and there we go. What are we talking about? Talking about strikeouts here in this ball game by the bullpen. And Navarro comes out, strikes out the first 2 batters he's faced. But yeah, that home run, the first one, I don't think, if we'd had the wind that we had the first 2 nights, where it was kind of blowing in actually, either in or no wind, that ball doesn't leave the yard here. Just because the wind was blowing out, I think is the only reason that ball traveled out of here.
You almost need an over-under on how many strikeouts a bullpen reliever is going to come in and throw. Probably set at 2.
Here comes the pitch to Abercrombie. He takes low and outside for a ball 1-0. We might have to play that game, just an over-under on how many strikeouts the bullpen in general will have in a ball game. But Navarre has been excellent so far this season for the Lemurs, and he continues that here with 2 outs and no one on, 2 strikeouts so far. And the pitch 1-0 to Abercrombie, gets a swing and a miss. 1-1. I was told Navarre, based on the radar guns that the players keep, I think there was a couple of scouts here too that had their own radar guns, but based on those radar guns, Navarre, I was told, was pumping it in at 98, 99. Someone told me 100 at one point. The 1-1 finds the zone at the knees, inner half, 1-2. So he can certainly fire in the gas for the Lemurs out of the bullpen. His last outing, that was on May 21st, so 2 nights ago. He struck out 1 batter in his 1 inning of work. The pitch, a swing and a miss, pitch in the dirt. The tag applied by Coach, and Navarre comes in, and he lives up to the hype. He strikes out the side. 3 up and 3 down, 2 swinging, 1 looking. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's still 2-1. Lemurs trailing the Goldeyes.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com. South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Before your Memorial Day party gets going, drive over to Ashley Furniture Home Store this week for our best Memorial Day sale ever. Get dramatic price reduction store-wide or no interest until January 2021. Choose from sofas and sectionals, all at unbelievably low prices. Plus find savings on beds and amazing deals on dining rooms. It's our best Memorial Day sale ever, so don't wait. Hurry over to Ashley Furniture Home Store right now. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. 4520 San Bernardo Avenue, Laredo, Texas, 956-712-2401. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas, as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today. Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts: personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
New pitcher in the ball game for the Winnipeg Goldeyes as they go to the bullpen once more. So Brandon Shimo's day is done. And they bring out number 38, Cameron McVeigh. So McVeigh enters the ball game, all 6'5", 205 pounds of him. First batter he has to face off against is Ty Morrison, top of the order. Morrison takes a fastball for a called strike 0-1. Morrison 1 for 3 in the ball game. I'm sure he's thankful he gets to face a righty, although from what I've heard, McVeigh is absolutely filthy. We'll see if he lives up to that hype here. The 0-1 swing and a pitch grounded off the handle. Diving at third is Darville as he goes towards the hole. The play at first is a bang one, but it's not in favor of the Lemurs this time. 5-3 the put out of Morrison, and that'll retire him. It looked like that was the right call. His foot was still coming down as the ball was caught. It was very, very close, though.
There have been about 3 to 4 bang plays at first base tonight, and the umpire has had a real. He must be getting scared because Some of them, it doesn't look like he's that confident on the call.
Cameron McVeigh on the year, 0-0 with no earned runs allowed. He's pitched in one ball game. He's given up one hit, one walk, and thrown 2/3 of an inning. The batter at the plate, J.D. Pulfer. Pulfer 1 for 3 in the ball game. He singled in the third. So McVeigh, the righty against the righty. Pulfer's going to call time as something happened. The ball has entered the field into left field from the stand. So a fan along the berm, I guess, out there in left. Or from the bullpen, but I'm betting it's a fan. Pulfer, the righty. Well, if Pulfer can get one up in that jet stream, maybe tie this game up. 2-1 the score. Lemurs trailing the Goldeyes right now. The pitch from McVeigh, a swing and a foul away, right side out of play. 0-1 the count.
He's already erased the James interview. The pregame, I'm not going to call it the James curse. I'm just going to call it the pregame show curse.
Because you're going to do some of those interviews too. Yes. So 0-1 the count here to Pulfer. I don't believe in curses or jinxes. 1-0 pitch, low for a ball, at least in terms of that form. Oh, I did an interview. No, I can't hit the ball. Or, oh, we're talking about a no-hitter, and now we jinx it. Now, maybe if a player talks about a no-hitter, that's another story, but a broadcaster, nope. 1-1 pitch, grounder back to the mound. McVeigh coming off the mound to the right side will make the play, throw to first for the out of Pulfer. Yeah, broadcaster, jinxes and curses, don't believe in them. 2 up, 2 down for McVeigh. Drew Martinez, left-handed batter to the plate. 0 for 3, and again, both he and Morrison have had good starts to the season, but both have been much better against righties than against lefties. We'll see if Martinez can continue his success against righties. McVeigh sets on the hill. Here comes the first pitch. Taken outside on the curveball, 1-0. McVeigh setting on the mound, and Gonzalez is going to call time and step off. McVeigh acquired in a trade with the Texas Airhogs this past January. He pitched at least 5 innings in 7 of his 9 starts for the Airhogs, and I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm looking at Zach Dando. Wrong spot. There we go. Acquired in a trade with the Atlantic League, Lancaster Barnstormers. I was like, he didn't play for the Airhogs last year. For a fact. 2-0 the count. Atlantic League is where he pitched, or where he was in, as far as who owned his rights. There's a ground ball, a high bouncer to the mound, but McVeigh, all 6'5" of him, jumps up, makes the stab, and will throw to first. So McVeigh does an excellent job coming in relief here in the bottom of the 8th. Gets a 3 up, 3 down inning against the Lemurs. Last chance for both teams. We go to the 9th. It's 2-1 Lemurs trailing the Redhawks, or the Goldeyes.
Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit hot dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito hamburger and Cabrito hot dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1919. That's Texas Outlaw Grill. Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit hot dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito hamburger and Cabrito hot dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1919. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back at Whataburger.
First of all, you start with a large bun, 2 patties,
Shredded cheddar cheese,
The creamy sauce.
creamy steak sauce.
My personal favorite part is the onions, the grilled onions and bacon.
Grilled perfection.
It's good stuff. Love it. You take a bite. It's hard to describe. It's hard to put into words.
The Chop House Cheddar Burger.
Chop House Cheddar Burger. It's back.
I don't have anything else to compare it to. It's the best out there, I think. The Chop House Cheddar Burger is back.
Only at Whataburger and only for a limited time.
Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
For all of your
Well, we've got a new pitcher in the ball game here in the top of the 9th inning for the Lemurs. So Navarre goes just 1 inning. Well, that's kind of expected out of the bullpen guys, just to go an inning. And in the pitch, well, it's probably my favorite right now, Harold Guerrero. I love all these bullpen guys. As Warren Shore is telling me, it really is a joy to watch this bullpen work. They just get strike after strikeout. Right now, the bullpen struck out 4 straight batters. Guerrero is going to try and make it 7. And not only 7 straight for the bullpen this ball game, but Guerrero coming into the ball game, he has struck out his last 10 batters that he's faced. Yes, that is a true fact.
And these at-bats haven't even been competitive at-bats. He's just overpowered these hitters.
Jacob Rogers leads off the inning. Lefty-lefty matchup as Guerrero comes in. He'll try and strike out another one. Here comes the pitch. Curveball. Ooh, coming with the soft stuff. Called a strike, 0-1. I bet Rogers wasn't expecting that. Guerrero on the year. Recordless with a ERA of 0 as well. No earned runs allowed, or no runs period. The 0-1. Up and in. Look out. Rogers moves out of the way. He's pitched in 2 games, has Guerrero, thrown 4 innings, and has 10 strikeouts. Again, he has faced, check this out, 12 batters. No hits, no walks. Hasn't let anyone reach. 12 batters, 10 strikeouts. And the last 10 of them have been the K's. The 1-1 down low and away. 2 balls and a strike now here to Rogers. At some point, that's going to end. I'm just going to keep striking guys out. It doesn't work like that, usually. But it has been an incredible run for him so far. 2-1 pitch. Down low for a ball. I mean, how about that, though? The fact that he's faced 12 batters and no one has reached base. That is a feat in and to itself. And then you throw in the 10 straight strikeouts. Guerrero's been dominant out there. But he's down 3-1 to the count here to Rogers. The lefty delivers. And there's ball 4. That just missed inside, and there goes the streak. No more 10 straight strikeouts for Guerrero. He walks Rogers, although still the last 10 outs that have been recorded for him have been strikeouts. But so he's got that still kind of going for him, but that's not the same as 10 straight batters struck out. The pitch is bunted at by Rome, and Guerrero will field it off the mound and throw to first for the out. So Rome does his job in sacrifice bunting Rogers over to second base. 1-3 the put out, and now an out has been recorded. That's not a strikeout. So any kind of streak he had going with the strikeouts is done.
What a rare occasion in the Guerrero. You don't really know what he can do fielding off the mound, but that was a nice. He must have done well in PFP practice there, and it showed. But all these defenders haven't had to do anything when he's pitching.
Yeah, defense has had very little to do in general when the bullpen's doing their job. Here comes the pitch. Pitch low for a ball, 1-0. Josh Romanski, the batter at the plate, 0 for 2 in the ball game with a walk and a ground out into a double play. Runner at second base. 2-1 the score. Lemurs trailing the Goldeyes by 1. It's 2-1. Lemurs, though, leading in the hit category 8-3. Neither team with any errors yet. Pitch up and out of the zone inside. Sorry, up and in. But it's 2 balls and no strikes. Lemurs just haven't been able to string enough hits together to drive guys in. They were scattered against pitcher Kyle Anderson. He gave up the home run. That's the only run the Lemurs have scored. There's a called strike on that 2-0 pitch, so the count now 2 balls and 1 strike to Josh Romanski. Here in the top of the 9th inning. So the last chance for Winnipeg to tack on any kind of insurance runs. Lemurs, though, trying to keep them off the board and score a run or 2 of their own in the bottom of the 9th. I hope it's 2 runs. I don't need any more of these extra inning ball games. Here comes the 2-1 pitch down low, just barely out of the dirt, and it's now 3 balls and a strike. And coach has had enough. He's going to go out and he's going to talk to his coach, being the catcher, not coach from the dugout, and he's going to go talk to his pitcher, Guerrero. And Abel Nieva is going to come over and join coach on the mound with Guerrero. And Guerrero has his back to coach, bent over, and is messing with his shoes, maybe retying the laces or playing around with the socks and the pant legs. But I assume he's listening to whatever coach has to say to him. He doesn't look like he's paying any attention. That's all. 3 balls and a strike. The count to Romanski, the right fielder. And Guerrero still messing around with those shoelaces out there on the mound after coach is squatted behind home plate. Looks like Guerrero's ready with his shoes. Over at second, Rogers gets a lead. And the pitch from Guerrero on the outside corner, called a strike. Count now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2-1 the score. And the top of the 9th, Lemurs trailing the Goldeyes. And it looked like the batter, Romanski, thought that was ball 4. He was about to toss the bat and trot down to first. But home plate umpire Sean Cassidy said, nope, you're not going there yet. 3-2 pitch on its way. Swing and a miss. And that's what we've been accustomed to seeing with Guerrero. The old K in the scorebook.
We've been talking about the radar gun. It's definitely off. Those last 2 fastballs, it said they were 76. And we've seen Guerrero enough to know he's about a mid-90s guy.
Yeah, Guerrero can definitely throw the heat out there from the left side of the mound. To the plate, Cassio Greider. Greider, the second baseman, 1 for 3 in the ball game. He has struck out once, singled once as well. First pitch to Greider. He's going to take it for a strike. 0-1. Not a whole lot of first pitch swings from this ball club. The Winnipeg Goldeyes. But it hasn't really mattered too much in the strikeout department. Lemurs pitchers still with 10 strikeouts on the night. It's a little low compared to the last few games, but they have had extra innings to help them out in some regards of the strikeouts. So still getting over 1 an inning on average. And of course, the bullpen doing an excellent job of getting the Ks. Guerrero. Now the 1-1 count to Greider. Comes set. Coach behind the plate. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swing, ground ball, left side towards the hole. Backhanding it is Pulfer, and he's going to pump fake, then throw to third and try and get the runner over there at third base. Rogers, after the turn, as Greider, we've already mentioned, has a lot of speed, and having to backhand that deep into the hole, Pulfer came up, thought about throwing, and said, nope, not going to get him. I might as well try and get the runner, Rogers, leaning over there after the turn.
It looked like he had trouble getting it out of his glove, and once he didn't pick it cleanly out of his glove, he decided just to hold on to it and not make a bad throw, and then almost got the runner a third. So that's a good heads-up play there.
He was either had trouble getting it out, or it was more of a pump fake and decision last second to not throw it because of the speed. Not sure which one. Greider often stealing with the first pitch. No one covering the bag. A fake throw and a look down to third by coach. It'll be a defensive indifference as no one's worried about Greider over there going to second. They're only concerned about the batter, which is Wes Darville. 0 for 3 in the ball game. There comes the pitch. Darville with a swing and a fly ball to right field, running back and not going to get there is the right fielder Wilson. He'll fire the ball to the infield, and it'll be a double, scoring both runners, Greider and Rogers. A 2-run double off the bat of Wes Darville. A big base hit, and there's the insurance runs that the Goldeyes were hoping for this inning. And Guerrero definitely having his worst worst appearance of the season after getting those 10 straight strikeouts coming in here and giving up 2 hits, a walk, and a run, and 2 runs. here at the top of the ninth. To the plate. Looks like we're having a pinch hitter. It'll be Carlton Tanabe. He is the regular starting catcher. He'll swing and miss. Replacing Tanner Murphy, who was 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Murphy also a lefty. So you throw you want the righty catcher, or right-handed hitting catcher against the left-handed pitcher. The pitch, a swing and a foul tip at the plate. Actually, I don't think he tipped it at all. I'm not sure. As the way Coach scrambled after, I thought I heard a tip, but it hit his glove, and he scrambled after trying to keep the runner at second. So it must have not tipped, but 0-2 the count. On the year, Tanabe is still searching for his first hit of the season. He's played in 2 games, made 2 starts, so the catchers have been splitting the duties so far. 2 starts for each coming into tonight. He is 0 for 8 on the year with 2 strikeouts. As Tanabe fouled that last pitch away, count still 0-2. So Guerrero trying to get the final out of the inning here. There are 2 away, runner on second. Score now 4-1. Lemurs trailing the Goldeyes. Pitch down and away on the curveball. Tanabe not chasing. So Tanabe going to go in behind the plate there for the bottom of the 9th inning. Guerrero sets. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a line drive to right. That'll fall in. It's a hit, but the play will be at the plate, and it is not in time. A great throw. The throw beat the runner to the plate, but it was in that left-handed batter's box a little bit, and so Coach had to catch it and then come across the plate to try to put the tag on the runner. Darville, who was trying to score from second on that what'll be a single by Tanabe. He ends up at second base, though, on the throw. An RBI for him. The score now 5-1. That was a very, very close play there at the plate. Nice throw by the outfielder there in Reggie Wilson. He has flashed the arm strength a little bit this season. Michael Gonzalez to the plate. Lemurs desperately in search of the final out of the inning here. Pitch up and out of the zone, 1-0, as they now trail 5-1. That run the third of the inning. Lemurs entered the inning just down by 1. They now trail by 4. The pitch, swing and a line drive left side down towards the line. It'll roll into the left field corner a bit, and a run will score from second as it's a double for Gonzalez. Well, the wheels falling off the train a little bit here for the Lemurs in the 9th inning, as now the 4th run of the inning has scored, and Ben Moore, the pitching coach, going to make his way out from the Lemurs dugout and have a talk with his pitcher, Guerrero. Rondon and coach will join him as well. So far in the inning, there's been a walk and 4 hits, as well as a sac bunt and a strikeout. Those hits, 2 have been doubles and 2 have been singles. Well, Ben Moore's had enough out there. Have a conversation with Guerrero. So Moore will take his slow walk back to the dugout. To the plate, Adam Heisler. It is a left-handed batter. Heisler today, 0 for 2 with a strikeout looking and 2 walks. He's also stolen a bag and scored a run. 6-1 the score. Lemurs trailing the Goldeyes. The Fish with 4 runs here in the inning already in the 9th. Pitch called a strike, 0-1. In fact, all of those runs have scored with 2 outs. So the damage was done here early on in the inning, or not early, but late in the inning, with 2 outs in pressure situations. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a foul ball just past our heads here. Count 0-2 now to Heisler. Looking ahead to the bottom half of the inning, you'll have Danker, Nieves, and Nunez, the 4, 5, 6 batters at the plate to start things off for the Lemurs. 0-2 the count to Heisler. The pitch, a swing and a miss. There's strike 3. Guerrero gets his second strikeout of the inning, but not before 4 runs come across the score. And the score is now 6-1. Lemurs trail by 5 as we go to the bottom of the 9th in Laredo.
vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors for your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, number 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. This medicine clinic offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time.
There's a reason why Popeyes creates some of the best tasting chicken in the world. We were born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the land of good fun and great cooking. Spicy flavor is a way of life in New Orleans, and everything we make reflects it. From our Popeyes bona fide chicken and handcrafted tenders to our home-style mashed potatoes with Cajun gravy and our soft, buttery biscuits, everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes. Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Bottom of the ninth, Lemurs with their backs against the walls here in the last frame of the ball game. They're down by 5. 6-1 the score. Winnipeg tacking 4 runs up on the board in the top of the ninth inning against Harold Guerrero, who had previously, we've been just singing his praises in that Fargo series, and then when he came into the ball game here, as the bullpen had been a steel trap in the first series, especially Guerrero. Well, he gets in a little bit of trouble there in the ninth inning. Travis Danker leads off the inning. He has the only run of the ballgame for the Lemurs. It was a home run out to the left. See if we can replicate that here. It was a solo home run, though. The pitch down and away for a ball 1-0. New pitcher in the ballgame, though, for the Winnipeg Goldeyes, as that is Highland Pagero. Pagero, the right-hander. Sets on the hill, fires away. Danker taking up high, 2-0. Pagero pitched with Winnipeg last season as well, going 5-4 with a 3.76 earned run average. The righty against the righty here. The pitch to Danker, taken for a called strike. 2-1 now the count. Pagero has pitched this season 2 ball games, throwing 2 1/3 innings. He's 1-1 with a 7.71 ERA, giving up 3 runs, 2 earned on 3 hits. He's also walked 3, struck out 4. There's a swing and a grounder left side, moving to his right. Gonzalez, the shortstop, he'll fire to first, out number 1, 6-3, the put out of Danker. And there's one away here in the ninth with Abel Nieves to the plate, 1 for 3 in the ball game here this evening. Another righty at the plate for the Lemurs. Nieves with those pant legs pulled up to the knees, showing off the black socks. First pitch, Nieves swings at it, hits a bouncer up the middle, over the mound. Gonzalez fielding behind the bag at second from his spot at short. Will throw over to first and beat Nieves. So 2 ground outs to short. And quick work so far, the first 2 batters by Pagero. Pagero played in the big leagues, in fact, with the Diamondbacks in 2007 and in 2008, where he pitched in 25 total games, 18 of which coming in 2007. He had an ERA of 7.51 and a record of 1-0. No saves either in the big league level. He's pitched as the pitch grounded by Alex Nunez softly to short. Gonzalez over to first, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Peguero here in the bottom of the ninth, and that'll end the ball game with 3 groundouts to short. Lemurs fall tonight by a score of 6-1 here against the Winnipeg Goldeyes. So Goldeyes come away winners in game 1 of this 3-game series. We'll recap the ball game for you here in a few moments when we come back. Again, 6-1 the final. Lemurs drop to the Winnipeg Goldeyes.
Quench your thirst at a Lemurs game with a beverage from Southern Distributing Company. Try mainstays like Miller Lite, Miller 64, and Coors Original, or reach for a Red's Apple Ale or Leinenkugel. Batch 19's the newcomer, a pre-prohibition beer inspired by the last batches of beer brewed before 1919. Quench your thirst at a Lemurs game with a beverage from Southern Distributing Company. Try mainstays like Miller Lite, Miller 64, and Coors Original, or reach for a Red's Apple Ale or Leinenkugel. Batch 19's the newcomer, a pre-prohibition beer inspired by the last batches of beer brewed before 1919.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma, pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres, pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo, carne asada con ganas, solo en H-E-B.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubba-da, boom, which led to you. Miller Lite, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
All right, we're back here on Laredo Lemurs Network, Laredo Lemurs Baseball. Lemurs fall today by a score of 6-1 to the Winnipeg Goldeyes. And it was a close game all the way until the 9th inning, as we'll bring you the recap here. Lemurs threw Troy Marks out there on the mound against Kyle Anderson for the Winnipeg Goldeyes. Marks tonight, well, he went 5 1/3 innings. Starting in that first inning, he got Michael Gonzalez to ground out. He ended up walking Adam Heisler, who would steal second. He got Reggie Abercrombie to fly out to center before giving up a 2-run home run to Jacob Rogers, and then striking out David Rome to end the inning. And that would be all Marks would give up. He'd seem to settle down a bit, as he wouldn't allow a run the rest of the way. Final numbers for Marks today: 5 1/3 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 5 walks, and 5 strikeouts. So he struggled with the command a bit, walking 5 batters this evening. But it was his first start of the year. He did pitch in a preseason game for a few innings, but tonight his first taste of real game action. And it was pretty solid. It wasn't the fantastic outings we had from Garner or Sergey, but it certainly wasn't a terrible outing, and certainly 2 runs over 5 1/3 is something that you would hope the Bats could overcome. And it looked like they might be able to until the late innings. Bullpen came in. Kyle Winkler, he threw 2 innings today of shutout baseball in his Lemurs debut. Well, actually 2 1/3 innings pitched. He faced the last batter there in the 6th inning, and then 1 1/3, and then he got 3 up, 3 down in the 7th. Jose Nivar would come in and throw an inning and strike out the side for the Lemurs as the bullpen continued their dominance. That dominance would falter in the 9th, as coming in was Harold Guerrero, and Guerrero had been a steady presence in the Lemurs bullpen his first few outings, having come into the ballgame with a string of 10 straight strikeouts. But he walked the first batter he faced. He then gave up the sac bunt to David Rome, so Jacob Rogers went to second base. Josh Romanski would strike out, and there was 2 outs on the inning, runner on second. He looked like Guerrero was going to get out of it, but he'd give up a single to Cassio Greider, put runners on the corners. Greider would go to second on a defensive indifference. But then Wes Darville would come up to the plate still with 2 outs and get a double, drive in a run, followed by a 1-2 on a 1-2 pitch. Pinch hitter Carlton Tanabe would also drive in a run on a single. Michael Gonzalez would come up next. He'd double and drive in a run, and before you know it, 4 runs had scored. Wes Darville drove in actually 2 runs on his double. Before you know it, 4 runs had come across, and it was all of a sudden a 5-run ball game. It was 6-1, as the Lemurs throughout the 9 innings just couldn't get much going offensively. They got some hits in the ball game, but just not enough to string together in a row. They went against starter Kyle Anderson. Anderson with those 6 1/3 give up 1 run on 7 hits. So he gave up the 7 hits, but he wouldn't walk anyone, and that was crucial. In fact, the Winnipeg staff didn't walk a single batter tonight, whereas the Lemur staff walked 6. And 2 of those walks did end up scoring for Winnipeg. But Anderson was effective tonight. He gave up 2 hits in the second, but both were with 2 outs, and he fought back and got the strikeout of Reggie Wilson, stranding men on the corner for the Lemurs. He gave up 1 hit in the third. He gave up 1 hit in the fifth, but he would get Reggie Wilson into a pickle and get him out. After he tried to leave early at first base, he'd make the nice pickoff move. Then in the 6th inning, he'd have a 3-up, 3-down 6th. The 7th was where Anderson would get in a little bit of trouble. He'd give up a leadoff solo home run to Danker, and then give up another single to Abel Nieves following that. And that was where the Lemurs, they did score that inning, but another good chance for them to score as Nieves would single, but Nunez and Coach would both get out before Wilson would single, and the Lemurs would again have 2 men on. But those would be their last base runners of the ball game, as Alvaro Rondon would ground out, and the next 6 batters would all be set down. The top 6 in the order: Morrison through Nunez in the 8th and 9th inning by the bullpen for the Winnipeg Goldeyes. That bullpen featuring Cameron McVeigh and Highland Piguero. Brandon Chimo would also throw 2/3 of an inning, giving up just the 1 hit to Reggie Wilson in relief. So look at your pitching numbers today. You have Kyle Anderson, the starter for Winnipeg. He gets the win, 6 1/3, 7 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 3 strikeouts, and just the 1 home run allowed. He gets the win. Brandon Chimo, 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and no strikeouts. Cameron McVeigh, an inning pitched. No hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts for him either. The same with Highland Piguero, as they got 6 straight groundouts by McVeigh and Piguero that they were able to induce there in the 8th and 9th innings for Winnipeg in relief. No save tonight, as Winnipeg had secured the 5-run lead going into that 9th inning or the bottom of the 9th inning. Laredo through Troy Marks, 5 1/3, as I mentioned, 3 hits. Only 3 hits, that's really good, but 5 walks and 5 strikeouts, as well as 2 runs, both earned by Marks, and he gave up the home run there in the 1st inning to the left-handed hitter Jacob Rogers. Kyle Winkler, an inning and 2/3 of shutout baseball. He didn't allow a hit either. He had 1 strikeout, no walks given by Winkler. Jose Navarre, he threw a shutout inning as well, 3 up and 3 down, all 3 outs, strikeouts. Harold Guerrero would pitch as well, an inning, 4 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. So your batters at the plate tonight. The Lemurs had 8 hits, only 1 batter that had multiple hits. That was Reggie Wilson. He was 2 for 3 in the ball game. Morrison, Pulfer, Danker, Nieves, Nunez, and Coach all had hits as well, but just 1. Danker with the big hit, though, a solo home run in the 7th inning, the first home run for the Lemurs this season. For Winnipeg, they had just 1 guy as well with multiple hits. That was Cassio Grider. He would score a run. You had Jacob Rogers with 1 hit, but he had 2 runs scored, and he had 2 RBIs in the ball game as well. He had a home run, or he hit his home run in the ball game here tonight, 1 for 3 at the plate. Certainly the best or the biggest impact at the plate tonight for Winnipeg. Also getting hits, you had Darville 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a run scored, and Tanabe with a pinch hit, RBI, single, and a run scored for him as well, 1 for 1 on the evening. Looking ahead to tomorrow, the Lemurs, well, they'll be back to the top of their rotation as they will be throwing Ryan Beckman, the right-hander on the hill, and Mikey O'Brien will be pitching for the Winnipeg Goldeyes. So a pair of right-handers tomorrow, 7:05 first pitch here on your Laredo Lemurs broadcast network. So tune in then for myself and my partner. Whoa, I'm forgetting the scoreboard here. Nope, we're not done yet. Got a scoreboard to go over. Let's refresh the scoreboard page here. The American Association. Everyone in action today, 6-3 right now in Sioux City. Gary South Shore Railcats leading the Sioux City Explorers. Bottom of the 8th, final in Kansas City. T-Bones win 2-1 over the Lincoln Salt Dogs. over in Sioux Falls. A final, the Canaries stay undefeated. They take down the St. Paul Saints 3-2, as the Saints now have their first loss of the season. And let's check Twitter to see the score of the Texas Air Hogs ball game. It is a bottom of the ninth. It's a 5-5 tie. So the Air Hogs are tied up with the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks at 5 there in the bottom of the ninth. Apparently they got a 6-4-3 double play to end the top of the ninth as they got themselves out of a tough situation there. So again, tomorrow, 7:05 first pitch. You have Mikey O'Brien against Ryan Beckman. O'Brien for the Goldeyes and Beckman for your Lemurs, a pair of righties. Tune in tomorrow night. Till then, for myself and Warren Shore, have a great night and a good evening.